I just wake up in the morning and I yell a lot, even though it's way too early. It's fun though. Wake up, wake up, wake up! Wake up, wake up, wake up! What is up? What is up? I am John Greaves III. I am the co-founder of Garage in Life. And this is weird to me because StreamYard, the app that we're just using, that we use every Friday to do this show, shout out to StreamYard, um, has sent out a new, like an update. And it's weird to me because, so if you're watching if you come to our YouTube channel, there are two potential links, right? You might see that I'm live twice. And the reason for that is one link is for those who are watching, say, if you're watching on your phone, it puts the show in vertical resolution. And so, but I can see a preview of that on my left. Then on my screen, in fact, let me see something here. I'm going to take a picture of, or a little video of what it looks like. So this is what I see right now as I am looking at you guys as I'm streaming this. So on the left is what I see, and then on the right is what I normally see. So it's just crazy to me because I'll go ahead and I'll post that real quick. So it's crazy to me because it's weirding me out. Not like it's not like bad. It's just weird, right? And also, if I what's also weird about it is because I'm moving around and then on the vertical video, because it's not vertical like it's supposed to, like I'm used to vertical videos being, it's cutting off half of my face, my forehead, everything else, right? So it's just strange. So if I do like that, for example, yeah, all of a sudden you see my my teeth and like so shout out to everybody who's watching on vertical. Appreciate you being here. We'll see how this goes. If I don't like this, we're gonna go back to the old way, most Ricky tickets, we used to say in the Marine Corps. However, that being said, to everybody who's here, no matter whether you're watching vertically on the vertical video or if you're watching on the normal landscape video, thank you for getting away too early with Garage Gym Life. On this show, we talk about fitness-related content from a home gym perspective, and we get your live reactions along the way. So I don't want you guys to just lurk. I know a lot of you guys just lurk, but I don't want you to lurk. I want you to get active, get in the live chat, ask your questions of me and of my guests, because that's what gives the show the motion that it has currently. We have a lot of fun along the way, and that's because of the interaction I get to have with you guys. I am John Greaves III. I am co-founder of Garage Gym Life. And if this is your first time checking out the show, welcome. And I promise that you are in for a good time today. So do me a favor, hit the like button and hit subscribe. That way you guys can continue to see this show. And it also benefits us because it helps the show grow. So let me tell you what we're going to have today. On the first hour, in the first hour, we'll have news and other things. At 6:45, we're going to have a brand new Recliner of Rage. I'll tell you why I'm mad this week. Then in the second hour, about midway through the second hour, my wife Naomi will join the show, and we're going to be doing React and Respond. And then about halfway through, my wife Naomi is going to join the show. She's dropping off our daughter at school. And then she'll join the show with me to discuss a variety of topics. One of the topics we have is I think that Instagram is turning into the new Etsy. So we're going to be talking about that with her and some other stuff. And then in the third hour at 8 a.m., my guest will be Jean-Fan Zhao, who is the brand director at MIKOLO Fitness. I've been working on getting an interview with MIKOLO for quite some time, so I'm really excited to have fun on the show. So now you know what's going on. That's why now you see why I said you need to hit the like button and hit subscribe, because you're not going to get this kind of content anywhere else, and especially not at this time in the morning. All right. So let's go ahead. And this is normally where I say, let's say hello to everybody in live chat. But first things first, got to do things decently and in order. Let's go to this comment section right here. Shout out to Edwin Herrera. Edwin became a new YouTube member, let's see, on Wednesday at 5:02 p.m. Shout out to my guy, Edwin. Man, thank you so much for the support. You guys don't know how much it motivates me when I see that somebody values our content enough to become a paid channel member and to help us continue to grow. Edwin, thank you again. Make sure you take advantage of the cool stuff we have for members, including the members only videos. And Naomi and I look forward to engaging with you both on this live stream every week and on our video uploads. If any of you would like to support the channel by becoming a channel member, you can do so by, first of all, subscribing to the channel. And then there is going to be a join button. Just click that join button where the subscribe button was, and you immediately become a channel member. And channel membership is only 99 cents a month, or roughly $12 a year. So once again, we can't thank you guys enough for your support. All right, now let's go see who is in the building. All right, so let's see here. Let's get rid of that. Rolling up. Inca Strong. Hey, what's up? Inca Strong said first. Man, I don't know how y'all allowed Inca Strong to get in here before you. We got it. Looks like we have is the revolution going on, and the revolution would not be televised? What's going on here? Inca Strong is first in the building. What's up, man? I have had some amazing conversations with Inca Strong. We've had training conversations. We've talked about equipment. Man, I really, not only am I excited to have you here in the live chat, but I also greatly appreciate the comments that you make on the videos, because they always make me think, and they're always insightful, and so I really appreciate that. Next up is my guy Charlie. I'm sorry, what I call you Charlie for? His mama named him Carlos. It's Carlos. What's up, Carlos? He said, rise and grind, friends of mine. Wake up, wake up, wake up. That's right. You know the deal, man. Everybody drink your coffee. You know what? I'm going to salute that by drinking some of this. There we go. That was most refreshing. Got me a shot of G-Code Vice. That is the best pre-workout in the world. I don't care what anybody says. I like it because it gives me energy, but there's no crash afterward, which is why I'm able to drink it for the show, because it'd be kind of bad. So there's some pre-workouts I've had where if I drank it before the show, I fall asleep right about the second or third hour, and I don't have that issue with Vice. But that's all a tangent. What's up, Charlie? Glad to have you here. Letha Cannon says, good morning, happy Friday. Letha, I cannot wait for you to hear the question of the day, because I think it is right up your alley. I'm actually going to discuss the question of the day with Naomi as well when she joins. So I want to get her. I want you guys to be. I already know what she's going to say because we talked about it, but I want you guys to hear her perspective on it. What do you mean 5? He says, what is this 5 minutes? What is this 5 minutes? Oh, okay. Never mind. So Charlie, you put that on before the show started. Look, I love that anticipation. So I tell people all the time that when I come on here at like 4 a.m. to start show prep for the day, it's crazy when I see people already waiting. Like already, I mean, I know that y'all aren't like sitting in front of your computer screens just staring at it waiting for me to come on. Well, at least I hope you're not. But it's still crazy to see like Inca Strong came in 3:47 a.m. Carlos was in here at 4:48 a.m. And then at the 5-minute mark, he was like, we got 5 minutes before the show starts. Jared was here at 5:58. This is all before the show starts, you know, so that's so gratifying. Big Jared said, Big Bastard Friday on the morning show. Hello, everyone. What's up, my man? What's up? Let's see here. 5:59. T-Dog 19 said, let's go. What's up, man? Look, if y'all aren't watching Trevor's podcast, you need to start, okay? If you're in the business world and you just want some good insights, even if you're self-employed, you want to hear from people who are high achievers in their various fields, you need to check out the Disgruntled PM podcast. It is it's excellent business podcast. Trevor said he is booked up to the end through the end of the year and probably into next year too. So there's a reason why so many people are willing to come on and talk to him. You guys need to take advantage of that. Jump on there. All right, let's see here. Carlos said my mic sounds nice. Oh yeah, I forgot to even ask y'all that. So shout out to Carlos for always having my back. He said my mic sounds nice. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You want to see my phone? I said I'm going to send y'all the. Okay. You're so impatient. I said I was going to send the video. I was gonna post the video like on Instagram, but all right, here I'll just show the video. So see, now you can't see. That's why I was gonna do it this way, because you ain't gonna be able to see. You ain't gonna be able to see, Carlos. I gotta post it on Instagram. Just give me a second. Give me a second. You know what? I'll tell you what, Carlos. Here, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna turn it around, put it on you. I'm gonna send it to you, and you post it on Instagram and just tag me, and then I can pull it up here. All right. So since you decide you want to give me dang homework assignments up in here, I'm gonna put you to work. There you go. Boom. There. Get those Twitter fingers working, but not Twitter, Instagram. All right. Anyway, my man Jonathan from No Fate 24/7 says No Fate channel checking in. Jonathan, I want you to know that as my wife and I drifted off to sleep, the last thing that we watched was your video on the home gym deals of the week. And Naomi said your presentation was hilarious. And that thing with the trap bar, that is exactly why I do not like that company. That's exactly why I do not like that company, because they are all, in fact, I'll say their name, Titan. They are all, it feels like they're always lurking. Like right when you think everything is cool, something will happen and they'll be like, oh, nope, never mind. Let's see here. Where we at? Carlos said he's at 6,000 steps so far. Hey, man, shout out to you, my man. Let's see. So Jared, okay, so you said the picture is weird for you. Are you watching on your phone? And if you're watching on your phone, this is one thing that I said, this is a test drive. So if you're watching on your phone, it will look normal to you, but we have two different links. So if you're watching on something like if you're watching your TV and you only see like half, like a half, you see like a cutout, that's because you're on the link that's designed for vertical. All right. I really think StreamYard needs to do a better job of differentiating what goes to what, or better yet, just make one feed. But anyway, so just pull back out and go check out the pull back out and look at the other link. It'll be the exact same link. Click on that one and it'll be the normal link. It'll look like normal if you're watching on, because you're in your gym probably. So if you're watching on, if you got me on the TV, make sure you click on you're watching on the landscape link. All right. So I'm glad you brought that up. The Bar Gym Reviews. What's up, my man? He said, let's go. Let's go. All right. Colonial Barbell Club said, what's up? What's up? There we go. All right. All right. Let's see. Joe Stewart, R8K says, good morning. First time. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Welcome. Hey, you know what? You get more, you know, you need more than that. You need more applause than that. You deserve more than that from me. So here we go. This is what. There you go, my man. Appreciate you being here, man. First time. Come on in. Let's see. Statty Daddy has arrived. The Kurt Locker. The Kurt Locker is here. He says, morning. What's up, Kurt? Trevor said, I appreciate the shout out. There may be a gym-related guest coming up the first week in December. Oh, look at this. Look at you with the teaser. Look at you with the teaser. All right. Hold up. Jared said, hold up, I closed and reopened YouTube and the picture is normal again. All good. Okay. Hey man, actually, so yeah, keep me posted and I might actually, well, I gotta go downstairs after the show is over to go check on that thing with the bench that you asked me about. So I'll probably shoot you a text. Well, I'm definitely gonna shoot you a text about that. And just let me know if there was anything else weird about the image. Okay. Just let me know. And this is gonna be weird when I go to add LinkedIn later on today too. But anyway, let's see here. Moving on. All right. Vintage Weights PGH. Big Rob in the house. He said, good morning. MIKOLO is making some interesting moves lately. I'm curious to hear more about them. Hey, so they're coming on at 8 a.m. I think you're in Eastern time. I'm not sure if you're in Eastern or Central time, Rob. But if you have any questions, or actually anybody, if you're watching right now and you think, and you won't be able to be live for the entire show, you have to come back and watch on replay. I don't want you to miss your opportunity to get your questions asked to MIKOLO. So if you think you're gonna have to leave, just put your question in the live chat and say just put for MIKOLO. I will star that question so that we can so that I don't miss it, and then I'll still read it even if you're not watching live. That way you can check it out on replay. But if you do that, make sure you say in your question, say, hey, gotta leave, gonna be watching on replay, but got a question for MIKOLO. That way I don't ask you, hey, I hope, I don't ask you like a follow-up question thinking that you're still present in the chat. Okay, so I'll know. So go ahead, say, hey, I got gonna watch on replay question from MIKOLO, and then I'll star that question to make sure I ask it when Fawn comes on the show. All right. Colonial, no, it is definitely not like waiting in line at Best Buy on Black Friday, because there's far less violence, far less violence in the line. All right. Okay, Rob, you're in Eastern time. Okay, yeah. Hey, yeah, definitely, man. That's always. And in fact, I do need to do a better job of letting people know, like, if you're watching and then you have to leave for whatever reason, you're going to come watch the rest on replay and you have a question, just put the question in the chat and let me know you're going to be watching on replay so I can star it and save that comment, because that's what I do. All right. Okay, now that we've seen who is here in the building, now it's time to dive headfirst into news and other things. Let's do it. Once I find the thing, there we go. All right. So one news item that I have is related to the 3-section adjustable bench video that I keep on teasing that I'm going to do. I am going to do it. And in fact, the thing that was holding everything up was I wanted to wait until I had all 3 of the benches that are going to be that are going to kick off the series. So I had to wait till we got the RIT Fit bench in. As you guys know, we got the RIT Fit bench in last week. We put it together last week. So we're all set now. I've actually used it. I used it on Monday this week, and I'm going to use it briefly this morning after the show is over, as I do my second push day of the week. Naomi has used it, so we're all set to be able to do our the review of it. So here's the situation, though. We're going to be doing the Infinity Bench video from Exponent Edge first, because that was the first bench that started the whole 3-section adjustable bench craze, right? So this is the original Infinity Bench. We're going to talk about it, talk about what we liked, areas where we feel like it could be improved, and that'll be the first video. Then the second video in the series is going to be the MIKOLO Bastet, and MIKOLO came out with their 3-section adjustable bench. They were one of the first to come out with a competitor to the Infinity Bench, right? So although this is version 2 of the MIKOLO bench, it's still going to be the second one that we do. So that'll be the second one in the series. And then we're going to have the third video in the series will be on the RIT Fit Gator, which I just used. So the plan is, you know how plans are, but the plan is to shoot those videos this coming week. Okay. We are going to be on the road a little bit this coming week, but we still have time to shoot the videos. So we're going to shoot the videos. They're not going to publish this coming week, but we're going to shoot the videos this week, and then we're going to publish them. And I'm not certain. I'm kind of up in the air about whether I want to release all 3 videos at the same time, or if I want to release them and let them breathe a little bit, at least like maybe 3 days in a row or something like that, or maybe 3 weeks in a row, because normally we do videos like that, 1 video a week. So but I do know it's all going to be in a playlist. So not sure if I want to do all 3 videos at the same time, like just release them all. And the reason why I'm not sure is because while YouTube does reward you when you publish, you know, a lot, it doesn't like it if you publish videos too close together, because then they'll fight each other for views. It would seem that that wouldn't happen, because this is a little bit of inside baseball, but basically what happens is you release a video, YouTube shows that video to 10% of your roughly 10% of your subscribers, and then a few other people, right? If the people who are your subscribers see the video and watch it and choose to watch it at that time. So basically, if you have YouTube open and one of the videos that's in your feed is a video that we just released, and you choose to watch that video right away, then YouTube interprets that as the video being something that people want to see. So then they'll show it to more people, and then the process repeats itself, right? Well, if you release 2 videos at the same time or within less than an hour of each other, that process happens. But what happens, the likelihood is that it's going to get, the videos are going to get shown to the exact same people, right? And you might be like, okay, well, I just watched a video from the channel. Maybe you're into doing something else now, or maybe you're busy. So as a result, you actually could be killing your views if you release too many videos on the same day, or if you are seeing too many videos on the same day, or your videos are too close together. I hope that made sense and wasn't boring. But in any case, so that's why I'm not sure if I want to do it. If I want to release, I'm kind of leaning towards releasing 1 a day for 3 days straight. And then all the binge watchers out there who want to just binge watch can just check it out. Okay. So that is what's coming up. Yes. So here's the thing. If the so Kevin is correct. If you are seeing me and I'm zoomed in, you want to click out, go to the channel, and select the other link. Because you're watching the video that was designed for vertical. Now, let me say this: I have 0 control over how the vertical video looks. All right, and I didn't really know how it was going to look when they rolled out the new thing. They're like, "Hey, this is the new way we're doing it." It's like, all right, it's called multi-aspect ratio. So I was like, all right, let's go ahead and do it. So I guess it's a news item. And if enough people hate it, what's going to happen is I'm never going to do it again. We're going to go back to the old way. Okay, so yay, Rob, thank you. Thank you for making me feel like my rambling wasn't boring. I know we get a lot of content creators who are watching this, and so I'm always like on the fence, like, do the people who are watching this care or not? But yes. All right, so Rob said, I've wondered this with YouTube, frequency of publishing videos. Sometimes even 1 a day for 2 days in a row seems too much. Yes. So they like frequency. What I would say is that what I found is that if you mix up the types of videos, that doesn't really hurt you as much. So like if you do like a post one day, if you do a post and a short the same day, the post and the short shouldn't, as long as they're separated by enough of a gap, that shouldn't kill your views. But definitely, and also if you do more than 1 short a day, I don't think that kills your views, as long as, once again, they're separated by, the recommendation used to be like 4 hours apart, but I don't know as much about it, so I don't know if 4 hours apart is still the recommendation. But I know too long. Think about it like just in terms of anything else, right? So you publish, let's say it's a 10-minute video product review, right? And then you publish another one, and then you publish another one. All right, that's like up to 30 minutes, and people aren't necessarily down to watch a 30-minute video. They might watch one 30-minute video, but to get them to click, to take the action of physically clicking on another video and another video, sometimes it's a little bit too much to ask. And YouTube will interpret that loss of interest as like people aren't interested, and then they won't say, well, let's show it to somebody else because we just showed this person the same, you know, multiple videos. Let's show it to somebody else who subscribed to them. No, that's not how it works. This is like, oh, people aren't interested, which because the algorithm is stupid. But anyway, yeah. All right, so Kevin says, hey man, I'm late, but I'm here. So Kevin, you're late, so you didn't hear me say that there are 2 live streams happening on the channel, and it's because StreamYard, the StreamYard platform, has rolled out a new feature which is called multi-aspect feature of streaming. And the reason why they're doing it is because they realize that a lot of people watch these things on their phones, and so the zoomed in one is supposed to be for people who are watching on their phone. So if you're watching on your phone, you should try the one where it's zoomed in, and just see what that one looks like to you. And then if you don't like that one, go to the other one, because this sounds so complicated. And the more I explain it, the less I like it, because it's just complicated. But the other one is the one that's just a normal view, where it's like the one that's optimized to be like on somebody's TV set and whatnot. All right. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so Carlos said, I posted what it looks like on Instagram, and he tagged me. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so here we go. So you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the first screen share of the day. All right, so let's go ahead and let us share screen right here. So this is what it looks like. So this is what I see. Hope you guys can see that. So like I said, it throws me off because I can see both at the same time, and I don't even know. And then I'm gonna tell you now, part of the reason why I don't stream to Instagram is because it's complicated. It's overly complicated to stream to there, and I can't even imagine what layer of complexity this just added. All right, so I appreciate you posting that, Carlos. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. All right. Yeah, so yeah, that's a lot. All right. Let's see. Colonial Barbell says, currently trying to figure out my consistent YouTube schedule. Look, I'm telling you, man, the first thing, so now we're way off track, but that's what happens on this show. We might end up doing the news items with Naomi. I don't know. All right, so here's what I can tell you. All right, and this does not mean I'm an expert or that this way is right. I'm just going to tell you that the approach that I took. So before I started doing YouTube, I had a blog, and before that, I was a freelance writer. I wrote for several magazines. Okay, I've also written for the local newspaper, but that's neither here nor there. So one of the things that you learn when you're going to be blogging is you never, or at least it's not smart. It's not wise. Yeah, it's not wise to start a blog with one idea. Instead, what you want to do when you start your blog is, I personally wrote out 52 ideas, and then I fleshed out at least 20 of them. My advice was to flesh out at least 20 of them. What I actually did was I wrote 52 blogs before I ever posted my first blog article or blog post. I wrote 52 of them because what you need is frequency and consistency, right? And it doesn't matter what frequency or how often you post something, as long as you stick to that. So if you post once every 3 months, people need to know, like clockwork, once every 3 months it's happening. If you post once a month, people need to know, like clockwork, once every month it's happening. And you also want it to be on the same day. So if you are posting and you're posting in the moment, meaning you're posting as you do a video, or in the case of the example I'm using, a blog, you write it and then post it. that's going to be haphazard because it's going to be like, well, you never know what if the kids get sick. You gotta, you gotta do something extra at work. You got stuck in traffic, whatever, right? So you always want to have your stuff done ahead of time. And so I wrote 52 of them to start, and these were evergreen. And what evergreen means is basically it's something that's not related to something that's current events, but it is still timely. So I wouldn't, make an extreme example, I wouldn't do a blog or a video about, wagon wheels or something like that, right? Unless I'm talking about wagon wheel weights, okay? And that's because people don't use wagons anymore, so it's not timely, okay? So it would be something, but I could, so actually, there's a better example. I could do a power rack video, and the video could be why you need a power rack for your home gym. That video is always going to work, no matter what year you watch it, right? So you want 52 videos like that. You don't have to be 52, but at least 20, man. You need at least 20. And then what you do is you put those in the tuck, as the kids say, and you might release one of them, but then you want to prioritize the videos that are timely, that are like time sensitive. So it's like, oh, this one is like, this is about something that's happening right now. Release those. And then when you hit a point where you have like writer's block or something like that, or there's a delay, release one of your evergreen videos on the same day. So people know, hey, this person's always going to release his videos on the same day at the same time. So our video uploads for the last 3 to 4 years, reviews and things like that, have always released Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, so you may not see it at that time, but if you're somebody who looks for the content, hey, 8 a.m. Tuesday, I'm going to get a long form video from Garage Gym Life. Our YouTube shorts, 5 a.m. Eastern time, like clockwork, on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so like clockwork, I'm going to see, you may not see that specific one at that time, the one they just released that day. But if you go to the channel, if I go at 5 a.m., there's going to be a new video if it's a Monday, a Wednesday, or a Thursday. And 6 a.m., you know the deal. We're up way too early with Garage Gym Life, and that's the reason why you want to do that. So that was a very long answer in response to what you said about trying to figure out a consistent YouTube schedule, but that is my advice. Kevin says, mine is once a week. Shorts may be here and there, but to enjoy it realistically with my training and my husband dad duties, it should only be once. Yeah, that's the other thing. Is like, now that makes your channel grow slower because it's once a week. Because we just talked about YouTube likes consistency and frequency because they want content for their platform. But you also can't burn yourself out. So I think that was a very wise decision. You're like, this is what I'm able to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. Trevor says, does this apply to shorts, as in 2 shorts at the same time step on each other, or just 2 full-length videos? In general, you don't need to post 2 pieces of video content closer together than, I would say, 4 hours. But let's ask Google. Post on YouTube. How often a post on YouTube Shorts? All right, so YouTube says, all right, so the answer is there's no single right frequency, but then it proceeds to tell you the right frequency, right? So basically, this a good starting point is 2 to 3 times a week. That's not what you asked. Basically, they said aim for 1 YouTube short a day. But if you've got more resources, you can try multiple shorts a day. The thing is, though, that if you post multiple shorts, at once, you got to think about the fact that how can I say this? All right, you shouldn't just post a video, right? You have to spend time promoting it. Even if it's a YouTube short, you have to spend time sharing it with people. Say, hey, like you posted, then you show it to people. You posted, so you post a short, then you post it on your Instagram, just for example, right? So anything you post should be promoted in some fashion. I don't care if you just send it to 5 friends and say, hey, check this out. You need to promote. Everything you post should be promoted because you're trying to get things going. So I would say don't post more often than you can properly promote. Yeah, there you go. Colonial Barbell Club says, I'm releasing reviews sparingly because of the work it takes. Yeah, I completely understand, man. So I recommend for somebody like you, okay, you guys know how I feel about equipment reviews. I don't mind doing them, but they're not my first love. They're not my passion. But I will say that if you are doing primarily reviews, you might want to do some videos where you just kind of doing, like, let's say thought pieces, where you just kind of like talking about a topic, because you don't need to. The reason why those are good is because you don't need to buy anything, right? You can so like a good topic that I don't think steps on anybody else. I think everybody can make this video and it still would be timely and evergreen. It's stuff to do before you set up a home gym, right? So that topic then leads to, I could do like probably 6, like if I like put some time and effort into it, which I'm not going to do right now, I could probably come up with 3 to 4 videos just off of that general topic. Things to do before you start a home gym, right? So the one that pops in my head that I've already done is go measure out your available floor space. Measure your floor space, measure your ceiling height, measure the available wall space you have. Double check to make sure you have studs in every wall where you plan on mounting something. Okay? That sounds like something that that's like no brainer. I promise you, it is not. I know people who bought some. I don't have horror stories of this because I don't do this to myself. But I know people who purchased equipment, got it home, and it was too big to fit in their garage. One dude drove. This is back in the Craigslist days. This guy told me he drove to go pick up something, got it to his house, and it wouldn't come in the garage because it was too big to fit in. Like it would fit his ceiling height, but his garage door. Most garage doors are not as tall as your ceiling. Well, the thing was short enough to he had 9-foot ceilings, but 7-foot garage door, I want to say, right? So he couldn't get the thing in the garage door. So he had to leave it outside till he could figure out something, a workaround. Yeah. So like I said, you measure everything. All right. So that's one video off of that simple topic right there. All right. And so you can intersperse that with your product reviews. That's just something you can try. Yeah. Carp says stall mats. Yes, you could always my stall mat video where I said get the smell, where I talk about how to get the smell out of stall mats, is probably one of the most popular videos on the channel. I have not done an update because there's no reason. Because the method, the remedy for smelly stall mats is still the same. It's still free. It just requires a little bit of your time. Just stick it outside in the sun. All right. And that way the VOCs can off gas. And then, yeah. Anyway, Colonial Barbell Club says, bro, that's a masterclass of information. Shout out to Big Carp. Hey, always shout out to Big Carp. FOC, Friends of Carp for life. So shout out to Big Carp for helping me navigate the reviewer space. Dude, that's it. This right here, even though I didn't plan on doing this, this is one reason why I love doing this live, because for me, and even this part of the show, because for me, it's all about building a community of people who care about the content we're putting out and who are willing to help each other. Okay. Let's see here. The Bar Gym Review says, I'm trying to do the 2 long form videos a week grind. Hey, shout out to you, man. That's rough. So we're at the point now where we can do it. We actually have more content that we can release. I know that may sound crazy to some of you, but I promise you, Naomi and I have more content than we can release because we each video our workouts. So we've got a vlog that we're doing. Okay. But we're like, well, when do we release the vlog? It's not because we don't have the videos. We got the videos, but we're like, when do we release the video so that we don't violate the rule I just said about not having too many long form videos? Definitely don't want to do 2 long form videos in the same day. But we're still trying to navigate that. And then, but yeah, so it's to do multiple long form videos. You get to the point where it's easy. It's easy. Jared said, how much is this YouTube course going to cost me? It's going to cost you absolutely nothing. In fact, my man, you are a channel member, and one of the videos in the members only section is me talking to a content creator and named Rio Robinson, and Rio and I talking about strategies for growing a YouTube channel back when neither one of us, I think I had maybe 10,000 subscribers and Rio was at maybe 3 to 5,000. He's now he's over 20,000. And of course, you guys know where we are. We're sitting over 60,000 today. And I used the stuff that Rio told me. I took his advice and I did it. And stuff I told him, he took my advice and he did it. And so, yeah. Trevor says, I'm triggered and offended right now. Why are you triggered and offended? Why are you triggered? Okay. Wait a minute. What is triggered and offended you? Okay. I don't know how to help you. Good or I'm sorry. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, that's another good one. See that? Look at that. You can tell we got content creators one because like the ideas are just popping out. Carpenter's like my favorite cable attachments. Yup. Best barbells for home gyms. Yup. 3 things I use the most. I mean, literally, I'm like preventing myself from thinking of it, but I could literally, I said to somebody, I could, everything I see gives me an idea for a video. Okay. So I basically at night, Naomi is like, she understands I have to like shut my brain down, right? I have to shut my brain down. And there you go. Hey, I'm telling you, you can't go wrong listening to the car. So the studs comment. Okay, so here I'm gonna make you. It says I thought you were referring to my home gym makeover last weekend. So let me tell you something. You got kids. You know how you ever tell your kids that they tell on themselves? I actually wasn't talking about you. I understand. I've been doing this since 2015. I promise you, you are not the first person that I've heard who has told me stuff like that. Okay. So I am astonished about the situation with your stud, with that, like what's there that you're dealing with the studs, but you're far from the first person I know who has done who has not done what you didn't do. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Angel Seth Lopez. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, you need to stick around because we're going to be mentioning you when I have my conversation with MIKOLO. All right. So, and in fact, if you will look in the video description, you will probably see a link to a video that you did, Angel. So, yeah, because we're going to be talking about your review a little bit in the during my conversation with Fawn from MIKOLO. All right, so we have once again completely used up all our news time on a conversation, but you know what? That is okay because we're going to have a little bit of time after Recliner of Rage. We'll come back and finish up the rest of the news before Naomi joins the show. All right, but right now it is time to crash out and lash out. It's the Recliner of Rage.
It's the Recliner of Rage because he's not happy.
Okay, today's Recliner Rage is dedicated to the fact that every single time we get the garage heater out and put the dehumidifier and the fan up, we get what feels like a 30-degree, that's right, not 10, not 5, not 20, but 30-degree temperature increase here in Georgia. But then as soon as we go to the trouble of putting the heater away and hooking the dehumidifier back up and turning the fan back on, the temperature immediately drops. Immediately drops. Okay? I don't even have much to say about this, except I don't like it. I need to understand. No, I don't need to understand. I just need for it to stop. I need for the temperature to be what it is, stay what it is, and be what it's going to be, and stay like that. Okay? Do I need to repeat that? I need the temperature to be what it is, stay what it is, and be what it's going to be, and stay like that. All right? Because I'm tired of farmers carrying my heater back and forth and my dehumidifier back and forth. And it's like, okay, I don't like it. Stop it. Just stop it. Fix the weather. Just fix it. Okay? It's bad enough. It's like when I lived in California for 2 years, and we'd have all the temperatures, as in Northern California, we would have all of the temperatures in one day. Leave the house with a jacket, with a coat on, and by noon, it's summertime. Okay? And you're sweating, got to put lotion on. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's what I feel like right now. Got to have a coat on in the morning. It's summertime by noon. And then in the evening, it's fall. You got to put lotion on because your legs are ashy. It's ridiculous. I do not need to spend my life taking the heater and the dehumidifier. Me and my wife are like ants at a picnic with the dehumidifier and the heater and the fan. Okay? I had enough. I had enough. Stop it. Just stop it. In fact, I'm gonna say it like my brother says it. Stop it. Stop it. That's all I gotta say. Like I said, I don't want to discuss it. I'm not gonna be appeased. I cannot be consoled. I cannot be calmed down. No, stop it. That's all I got to say about that. That's it. Oh, here we go. Trevor says, you live in the South. You should know the weather never stays the same. Okay. I realize I don't mind temperature fluctuations. Okay. But not in the same day. Okay. 1 week, if it's cold this week, I mean, this is irritating too. Don't get me wrong. But if it's cold this week and warm next week, I can deal with that because at least I got 5 days. But I ain't trying to do the junk daily. I ain't trying to do it daily. Not on a daily basis. I got other stuff to do. I'm busy. Angel Lopez says, been raining here in Cali. A lot of my pizza events were canceled. That is a tragedy. That right there is a tragedy because my man makes some excellent pizza. All right. So this right here was the last straw. All right. I told y'all that I was going to I told you guys that that this is a test drive and we'll see how it goes. Well, it's not going the way I want. So I'm going to figure out for next week, I'm going to figure out how to not have 2 of these going. Okay? Because equipment exercise, my phone's muted. But wait a minute. Why is your phone muted for a live show? How are you listening to the show if the phone is muted? What do you have me on closed captions? That's not a good idea. All right, because closed captions don't understand the things I say. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. I use slang a lot. My accent is a diverse mixture of West Africa, Maryland, little California, and some Georgia. All right, it's very difficult to understand. All right, so closed captions for me are not a good idea. However, to answer your question, there are 2 lives because of a new feature that was released by StreamYard, and it is designed so that in one of the live streams is supposed to be for people who watch on their phone. And then the other one is for people who are watching, like Letha Cannon and Jerry Martin, people who are watching on their TV in the gym. So that's the answer. Is there anywhere where the weather is consistent outside of like San Diego? I mean, 29 Palms. 29 Palms, that's fairly consistent weather. It always sucks. I would say Vegas. Vegas has pretty consistent weather. Maybe that's the moral of the story. It's like the weather's consistent wherever the weather's horrible. It'll just stay horrible the whole time. Because I remember in Vegas, every time I've been to Vegas, aside from a dust and wind advisory, the weather's roughly the same. JP, what's up? JP in the building. What's up, my man? Equipment Exercise says, I have to hop on the replay for John's answer. I don't understand your habits. I don't understand your habits. You gotta go turn the show. Hey, I appreciate you turning the show on and give me the watch time, but I want you to be able to hear. Got the phone muted. Y'all are wild. Basement Gym Review says, good morning. Good morning. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Jared says, yeah, I think you can just stream it normal. It's fine either on my phone or my laptop. That's what I'm saying. It's like, so you saw when I showed the thing that Carlos posted, right? It's a and in fact, everybody go follow at CBS True Consumer Reviews on Instagram, and you see his Instagram story showing what I sent him. Like, this is what I see from my studio. Because when I'm looking at it, it's not like, you would expect that if it's going to be vertical, that it would fill up the screen. And instead, it's the same thing, but just horizontal and small. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm not a fan. I ain't a fan at all. All right. So now, so that was recliner raised. Let's just go right back into the news. This is the news stuff that I didn't have time to do. All right. So here is the question of the day. All right. I'm going to go ahead and ask the question of the day now, and I'll just repeat it when Naomi comes in. Okay. So here's the question. All right. So this is the truncated version of it. Posted in the live chat right there. Boom. All right. So here's the question of the day. I'm going to go ahead. If you're watching on replay, shout out to the replay gang. I'll also have this question of the day pinned as the first comment. So you guys make sure you answer the question of the day. This is one of my favorite segments, right? Favorite news segments. So here it goes. So would you take a vacation? I called it a wellness vacation, but that's probably not 100% accurate because it invokes a different image than what I mean. But let's just walk with me here. All right. Would you take a wellness vacation? So let me unpack a little bit. So a lot of us, if we're going to go on vacation, we train to look good on a vacation. Then we spend the vacation basically undoing all of our hard work, right? But would you take a bodybuilding vacation? And I call it bodybuilding vacation because when I heard the concept called this, it was in the context of bodybuilding. Because the first Masters of Mr. Olympia, he was also Mr. World, Robbie Robinson, he's in pumping iron. He's one of the guys who's throwing the football around in pumping iron. And then there's also, if you watch the director's cut, which you should, if you haven't, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but if you watch the director's cut from the silver anniversary of Pumping Iron, Robbie Robinson is also in one of the deleted scenes. He's dancing. All right. He's got a big afro. All right. Anyway, so he had a thing where he would have people pay to come and live the bodybuilding lifestyle with him. And it was like 3 days. It was like 3 days long. So you pay, the price included meals, workouts, right? And what you do is you're living as if your job was bodybuilding with no other commitments. So let's say you get there, I don't remember the exact days, but let's say you get there on Thursday night. Friday morning, you wake up, he's going to take you to go work out, right? He's going to take you to go work out. Then you're going to have breakfast with him. Then he might do a thing where he says, okay, now I'm going to take you to the grocery store, show you how to grocery shop. Then he might take you and say, okay, now we're going to go and you're going to do like recovery stuff, maybe a massage. You go get a massage or go to the chiropractor or something like that. Then and in between there, you're having all the meals, like the bodybuilding meals. It's okay, now at this time of the day, we're going to eat this. You basically just turn your life over to him for the entire weekend, and he makes you live as if you were a pro bodybuilder, right? And then strength coach Charles Staley used to host what he called which I thought was a cool name, Charles Staley's Bed and Barbell. And it was a 1 week camp in Gilbert, Arizona. And you lived as if you were living at the United States Olympic Center, right? You know, where all the Olympic athletes go to train. If they're going to they're trying to like try out to represent the U.S. in the Olympics. So you would train. So basically you'd go there, and again, they control your meal. when I say control your meals, that sounds bad, but it's like basically they control the quality of your meals. So anything you eat is going to be healthy, good for you. They have training sessions all day, and basically you spend all day either training, eating, or recovering. Right? You don't do any of the other stuff that you normally do in life. And my brother and I talked about it. We said, man, it'd be so cool to take a bodybuilding vacation, like where you just take a week off of work and you live like you're a pro bodybuilder. Because one of the things that we always say is the reason why we are not in the shape we want to be in is because we don't have time. But what if you took a week off of work and just lives like a bodybuilder? Would you be willing to do that? So there you go. All right, so Kurt Locker says, I'm more of the vacation from wellness type of person. Okay, all right, fair enough. Trevor says, I go on a vacation to relax. I do try to work out on vacation, but I'm not taking one where the focus is fitness. Okay, all right. Let's see here. Spear Fang. First of all, that's an amazing that's an amazing name right there. Okay, Spear Fang. He says bodybuilding vacations are amazing. And in fact, oh hey, here's my wife. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna stop for a second, and we're gonna let her in here, and she gets the full treatment. All right. 1, 2, 3. So now, those of you who are watching on the mobile or the vertical one, for some reason, you guys can see that we're side by side. It's not like up and down. Yeah, this thing makes sense. So we are not getting the results that I was hoping to get from this new platform thing, Naomi. I am 100% not on board with it. And the first thing I want to do after this is all over with is figure out how this never happens again. So I'm going to make adjustments. How?
Honestly, I think you should just send direct feedback to StreamYard and just say with their aspect ratio for their virtual ideas.
Hey, your aspect ratio sucks. Don't ever do it again.
Again, the kinder, gentler side of that conversation.
Oh, so you want to send an email? Okay.
It's just, it's side by side, up, down, more vertical. Like they got the idea, they just stopped at the idea. They had to keep going. So
okay, I just made an adjustment to. I'm making an adjustment to your headline right there. All right, there we go. Garage Gym Life Tech Support. That's Naomi. All right. So what we're talking about is the question of the day, and so we're already getting some responses. All right. Let's see here. So Spear Fang. So we've already got 2 people who said no, they ain't doing it. They're like, Trevor says, I go on vacation to relax. I do try to work out on vacation, but I'm not taking a vacation where the focus is fitness. Spear Fang says bodybuilding vacations are amazing. So now I want to know if you've actually done what I just described. Like, have you paid somebody and gone on a retreat? Basically, like the yoga people do it all the time, where they'll go on a wellness retreat and they'll just do yoga all day, and then they'll go outside, I don't know, in the jungle and look at flowers and then come back and stretch some more. But I'm interested, Spear Fang, to see if you have taken a bodybuilding vacation. Naomi, what is your opinion of the wellness? I know your answer, but I want to hear what people say, what you have to say.
The thing is like whenever, like if I have to travel for work or anything like that, one of the things I look at when picking out the hotel is I do look at the gym. I do look at the setup. I look at the gym. I've gone on a girls' trip, and while they were all still sleeping in, I actually worked out on the cruise, and it was actually a really nice gym on the cruise line. For a wellness vacation, I would like to do that. But I would like to have more of a mix. I'm not going for and actually, let me think about that. If it was a training camp or a training vacation, like for triathlon, to help with like maybe my swimming strokes, or how to be able to be more effective on the bike, or running techniques. Yes, but still having where maybe there are other classes on proper nutrition, how to fuel yourself and keep that endurance going. But also some sightseeing too. Like I think we looked at one where they had, it was like in Greece, and I can't remember the young lady that
That was the Jen Thompson. That was the Jen
right.
Thompson one where
And it's
she
like they had
it's like Portugal.
yeah, like sunset cruise kind of thing, and meals and tour sites, and like the geekiness of me loves that,
Right.
but also to have some training components as well. But like if I'm going to an MMA training camp where it's like I'm going to get beat up morning, noon, night, and you may have some time for meals, that's not in my wheelhouse. That might be something you enjoy. But
So,
yeah,
all right. So, first of all, I want y'all to know that was shots fired because I told my wife that I have done something like that. So when I was now, yeah, I was competing, and I was competing by that time. I was fighting, and my coach said he told me a Grandmaster Joe Lewis was having a seminar. It was going to be a 2-day seminar, and so I lived in Chattanooga, Tennessee at the time, and the seminar was in I want to say it was Raleigh, North Carolina. So we went to North Carolina, and it was a 2-day event, and you spent basically all day at this event and you're training. Right now, while I was competing, I wasn't professional, so I wasn't getting paid to do it. So I took vacation time from my regular job and went to this thing, and it was literally 2 days of get up, have breakfast, go train, and then you might be there in the morning session. It's going to legitimately last until like 11 a.m. Then you're going to stop, go eat, get some time to recover, stretch, loosen up again. Then you got the afternoon session. Afternoon session is going to go until, I think the afternoon session went until like 5, 6 p.m. Then we went and ate. And I mean, there were people who went out afterward. I was tired because
those are drill instructors. That's drill
Yeah.
instructors. What you just described as boot camp.
I'm gonna say to you guys, first of all, that sounds very relaxing compared to my boot camp experience. All right, all right, because my memory of this thing. What do you mean? We got freedom to leave and go do jump? Nah, all right, my boot camp wasn't like that. But more specifically though, there are people who did go out, but like I said, I was tired because I just spent all day training and like absorbing. I learned so much that day, like my brain was just like exploding with information. So I actually needed time to kind of just like, okay, can I just turn the lights down and just sit in the room and absorb the information? And I also say that that was the year that I won the regional championship for the first time, and I went to nationals and I placed second. I got the silver medal at nationals because I've never been as good as I was that year that I did that. And that's so that's why to me it's like, now they didn't call it a wellness retreat or anything like that. They said you're going to a 2-day seminar, but I'm like, oh, that's what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now we're getting more people who are responding. So Carlos said, honestly, a vacation where I know I'm going to improve myself sounds awesome. In the end, I want to feel like my vacation was wellness productive for body and mind. Now, I'm not saying that this is the only vacation you take all year, and I'm not also not. I don't know if I would do a week. Maybe, like I said, if I'm going to go to Thailand, I'll do a week just because, but that's more because I'm not flying all the way over there for 2 days. You know what I mean? The money's not like that. So it's got to be like a week-long trip just to justify the expense of flying over there. But it's, for me, I think the sweet spot is 2 days. Where you're like, okay, I'm going to go do this thing and learn and improve myself. And now I've got tools to make the rest of my year awesome. So
I guess for me, I would think more of like maybe the sweet spot would be 3 to 4 days for me, mainly because 2 days, it feels like it's a workshop like for work. Whereas if I'm going there to kind of not just learn, but maybe kind of be in the moment and relax, 3 or 4 days would be this perfect sweet spot, because I have time to disconnect and let go from my daily, be in the moment with the training and the information, and also make connections And then I have that other day to kind of prepare when I do go back. So I really feel like as if my chunk of time I've been dedicated to
Right.
what I'm in that moment.
So there's two other things I want to say. Like people will also pay money to go somewhere to compete for 2 days, right?
Yeah.
You're beating yourself up for 2 days straight in a competition, right?
Yeah.
But the same people are hesitating to take 2 days to go get better, so you perform better in your competitions.
But see, I guess that's different in a mindset because like when you're going for a destination
Because I
for
like to win, so I'm just saying,
right, but like
I don't mind going somewhere for 2 days. If I'm going to go somewhere and give my all for 2 days, I would love to have in my hip pocket that I went somewhere else for 2 days and got better, so my chances of winning this event and not wasting my money are greater. Does that make sense?
I think the thing is that again, with having 3 to 4 days, that's my mindset is I'm not only just taking that information, I'm getting a chance to absorb it, put it into practice, and then I have that coach that's still there that's able to say, okay, I see where you've put it in practice. I see where you're making that improvement. Let's continue to tweak it. So I could then start to kind of not quite master it yet, but at least I've gone from beginning from receiving it to putting it into like more of an intermediate kind of mode because
Right.
I've put time to practice it and I can go ahead and get that feedback. But then like if I'm going for a competition, yeah, 2 days, not a problem because I'm going there with the purpose of blocking everything out. I'm here to
Right.
win, get her done, go back.
So the other thing I'll say is that I think people underestimate how much your daily life grinds you down and interferes with progress. So that's what I'm saying is like if you took a vac, and I'll also say that even the thing that Jen Thompson was talking about, it's like to me, all that walking that they're describing to me is going to take away from your ability to really push for PRs in the training session with her. Because if your legs are beat up from walking, like just for example, I don't know what kind of hills they got in Greece because I've never been there. But if I'm walking up and down hills through a town for a long time, and I remember when we went to Austria, where we were was very hilly. All right. Well, that impacted squats. All right. Because it's not like your body just says, oh, okay, all that outside the gym stuff, that doesn't count. Now we're inside the gym. Just take more pre-workout and you're fine. No, that eats into your recovery ability. So that's kind of how I look at it. But the other side of it is, I think people underestimate how much your daily grind, your daily responsibilities, that thing that happened at work, that thing your kids got sick, all that impacts your training. So if you could take, in this case, go to 5 days, if you take an entire week where you don't have to deal with any of that stuff, but you're like, I'm going to train and I'm going to get away from home, so I'm not even tempted to do all this other stuff, that might be, well, in the case of my experience at this seminar with Joe, that's like one of the most rewarding weekends you ever, or experiences you ever have, because you feel like you finally were able to just do this thing that you love doing without any other hindrances. So it's actually less, or at least my experience has been that it's actually less invasive than certainly my boot camp experience. I will say that. Colonial Barbell says, I might work out if the hotel B&B had a gym, but I'm not going that hard. I get it. Jared says, I may get a workout or few in during a trip, but I'm not trying to spend a lot of that time training. I also stay pretty conscious of what I eat, and I keep the inflammation low. Yeah. Trevor said, that sounds like a boot camp program, not a vacation. Kurt says, this sounds miserable. I already rent a BMT. If this sounds like something good for you, join the freaking army and get paid for it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so you heard what I said. I've already kind of responded to that. First of all, I promise you that there's nothing that Robert Robinson or anybody could do to me that I didn't do do more and worse in the Marine Corps. All right. Even at I could tell stories, because even at night, just for example, if you go to this thing, you go to sleep at night, nobody's gonna come in the middle of the night and wake you up yelling at you because something happened that somebody else did. All right. That was my boot camp experience. All right. So yeah. Carp said, yeah, normally on vacation, I just try to walk more if the gym is good. I really just do 2 to 3 days of pump work and supersets, just get in and out like 45 minutes. Let's see. Ideas with no execution equal failure. True. All right, Spear Fang. By the way, this is Dustin. Ashley's significant other. All right. But I just love his YouTube handle. He said, I got to experience this when Ashley was competing at the Tampa Pro and I was in prep for my show. And I ended up training at MI40, a famous Tampa bodybuilding gym where a bunch of Olympians train. All right. So I'm telling you, yeah, exactly. So that's the other thing. It's like you're around all these, if in that situation, you're around a bunch of like-minded people and we're all like pushing towards the same goal. So it kind of like you feed off each other's energy. So it's definitely, I'm just curious to see whether anybody would be interested in this. And I see that the perception of it is kind of like, I think people look at vacation as also a chance to get as a deload from training as well. So, and I'm in favor of that as well. I'm in favor of that as well. Charlie said, holy smokes, Naomi, you're looking great. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, she's on the grind. She's on the grind. And now Carp said, Charlie beat me to it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, God, Kevin. Kevin says, I'm a bodybuilder by heart with training, but hell no with everything else. Flashback to a traumatizing 4 scoops of serious mass and 4 eggs, raw eggs, Rocky style. University student Kevin. Kevin, you shouldn't be consuming raw eggs. I'm just going to tell you that. I'm glad that you made it. Okay. I'm glad you made it. Have you, they got salmonella in Japan? They do. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, well, hold on. Kevin, do they have eggs refrigerated or are they on the shelves? Because I think
That's
only in America we have our eggs refrigerated because they wash off the protective coating.
Yeah.
And I think in Japan, or
I know in Germany or in Europe, they don't do that.
Their eggs are on the shelves and even their milk.
Yeah, they keep eggs in the cupboard.
Yeah. And so maybe they're safer. I'm still not doing raw eggs. I like mine sunny side up.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Medium yolk.
I mean, your eggs look raw to me, but I digress.
No, they touched heat. Morning,
they touched heat. They touched heat. Did y'all hear that? They touched heat.
Well, I mean, a little bit of ketchup.
Cook your food.
And then, of course, with toast. And good morning, Angel. And yes, I am still thinking about that pizza and being a pizza snob.
He said that some of his pizza events got canceled because it's raining.
I saw that.
Despite the fact that I refuse to believe that because Tony have already informed us that it never rains in Southern California. So I find that hard to believe. Okay, I just met you, Angel. I've known Tony through their music for years. They've built credibility with me. There we go. Letha said I would absolutely take a wellness vacation. I always check out the gym available at any facility before booking. If it isn't great, I always pack my TRX straps to go. Yeah. See, there you go.
Now, I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced this, but like when I've had to travel and I've seen the gyms, and I mean, I'm constantly having my home gym, I have things already laid out and I know where things are and I know where things go and whatnot. I was at one particular hotel where the first morning I was there were weights that were there for 5, 10, 15. Second day I get there, some of the weights had gone missing. So I had to let the front desk know, like, hey, I just want to let you know, I was in there this morning. These were here. I got video proof. I'm in here today, and you're missing a set of 15 and a set of 5s. They're gone. And I have proof that they were there yesterday. They're not here today. Or when you get in and you kind of have to start cleaning up because someone that had just used it didn't put things away. So I'm like, so I do look for like a good gym in the hotel. I'm not looking for a gym like a Play It Again Sports or a local gym to drop in. But I think it'd be really cool, even at Home Gym Con, like, because we've experienced this when we went to the Arnold a few times, where we've gone to a local gym with another group, and everybody there different levels of their weightlifting experience and whatnot, and be able to work out with them. Be nice to have something like that.
So I'm gonna drop down here because I saw Kurt's thing. Said I made that comment before you stipulated the specifics, bro. Okay, yeah, no problem. Hey, no problem, man. You know I gotta harass you. But I also say too, it's like like I said, man, it's like, so actually, let's say it like this, and please, everybody's watching. If you haven't already done it, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe for me, so that we can grow this channel. So here's the, oops, I hit the wrong thing. I think that let me frame it this way. I said, would you take a bodybuilding vacation? Picture somebody who you look up to in terms of fitness or sports.
Mhm.
Now, that person invites you to come work out with them all week. Hey, you're going to spend the week with me and we'll work out, and you'll just live my life, right? Okay. Suddenly it changes because now you're like, oh, I get to hang out with this person and just kind of walk through life with them and kind of like see like what makes them successful. I'll be honest with you, in some cases it could be intimidating, but that's what I look at as like, would you take, and I called it a vacation because maybe I didn't phrase it correctly, but I called it a vacation because most of us would have to take time off of work. You have to use your vacation time from work to do it. Well, is that kind of thing important enough to you to use vacation time to go do it? Mm-hmm. To use your, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Would you go somewhere and say, hey, I signed up for this thing and this seminar, workshop, whatever, and I'm going to use this time to get better, and it's important enough to me to use vacation time to do it. But yeah. Rob, I saw your question. I got it started, so I will definitely ask MIKOLO. All right, so JB, I knew this was going to be a popular topic. JB says, I do it. You have to go in with a different mindset. You're not going to be sipping pina coladas on the beach and binging yummy foods. And it's not that you can't do that. I mean, I don't know how much vacation time everybody gets, but that's why I said take it like a Saturday and Sunday, so that it's basically the weekend when most people are normally off. And you keep it nice and short because you still want to also you need to definitely take time off where you let your body recharge and restore as well. Carp said you've been putting in the work. And Home Gym Gain says, can we switch the host from now on? Naomi is kinder with the feedback. Look, I'm telling you, I married my sensitive side. Okay. There are certain conversations that we have to have, not with each other, but I mean, like, people will get like emails or DMs or something like that. And I go to respond and they'll maybe like, oh, hold up. Hang on. I'll do it.
Nope, don't do it.
I'll be like, okay. All right. Yeah. Let me know if you want me to respond though. I stand ready. Does going to Home Gym Con and competing in a competition count? I mean,
no.
Yeah. No.
What do you mean no? Yes.
So first of all, Jared lives in the same town as Home Gym Con. That's one.
Not just because.
But also, right? But he's not taking away from. He's not taking away from. So I'm not saying competition that doesn't count as a competition. I'm saying it doesn't count as what we're talking about in terms of a thing to improve yourself, because you're not going there. Yes, you learn from competing, but you're not going there specifically to learn from somebody. You're going to compete. That's why I said no.
Well, it could also, but see, the thing is, sometimes the coaches that are available just happen to come to you. That's not your fault. That's smart planning.
You sound like okay. It's Jared's lawyer. All right. I'm saying, so I'd say no. Naomi said yes. And Naomi says yes. I think that competing at Home Gym Con is great, and I think competing is great in general, because one thing that competing does is it gives you a realistic view of where you are.
Right.
Because if you're in your home gym, especially if you're the only one in your house that trains, you're going to think that a lot of times you think you're better further along than you are, or you may actually think that you're doing worse than you are. And then you go out and you're around other people and you're like, oh, shoot, I'm not doing too bad. So I 100% advise everybody to compete in something at some point. Let's see. Okay. And Dustin said Ashley was competing as a pro at the time. She was coaching me, and we traveled together across the country for 3 big pro shows she competed in, all while I was in prep for my show, and it was amazing. So yeah, that's cool. Basically, he took a body. Yeah. So he lived the lifestyle. He got to see how it is to live like that. Yeah, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Equipment Exercise says he's giving you a shout out as well. Says 100%. Kinzi said good morning.
Kinzi.
Awesome to see both of you. Hey, we're gonna be on the road. I'm gonna shoot you a DM, Kinzi, because we gotta like finalize the details for that collab that me, you, Jared, Harry, and hopefully BJ are gonna be doing. And for everybody else who doesn't know what I'm talking about, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. That is what they call in the business a tease. All right.
Oh, and tell your mom, good morning. We're looking forward to her cinnamon rolls.
Oh, heck yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And Dustin says, John, I definitely know where you're coming from. LOL. Ashley warns me every year, whether it's home gym con or wherever we vacation, hey, you might not get to work out. Yeah, that's the other thing is like you go to some of these things and you may not actually get to work out, which sounds crazy. But Carlos said at the end of the day, a vacation should be something that you enjoy. So I think that there's a place for a healthy mix. Yeah. Let's see here. Ha! Trevor says, Naomi, are you committing culinary crimes like ketchup on eggs?
No, ma'am. No, sir. That is not a culinary crime. Ketchup on eggs is where it's at.
I'm trying to find a mute button.
If there's no mute button, because I will unmute myself. Okay.
Okay.
Ketchup on eggs. Yes.
Horrible. JB says first thing I do when checking in on a vacation is I look at the bathroom. Okay. Second is I check out the gym. He said I get excited when it's got techno gym machines and other things like that. That is 100%. Techno gym is an underrated brand. We first encountered them when we went to HFA. And speaking of which, I'm still waiting to hear back from HFA about our trip for 2026. Okay. But hey, you know. So Techno Gym, and there are a couple other brands that you only see like in hotels, but that actually, remember when we used to like you came out to see me at Camp Pendleton and we used the gym and we're like window shopping for home gym equipment in the Pendleton gym. So like
the what you call it? What was the lunge machine? The lunge machine? Yep. Yeah, that was actually really cool. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that gym.
That gym at Pendleton was really cool.
Yeah. The hills not so much.
Yeah, they can keep those. Kurt says, I mean, it's likely still a no on my part. Fair enough. He says, not worth my vacation time from work. I completely understand.
I get it.
Now, Kinzi said a bodybuilding vacation doesn't sound fun to me right now. I need a break still. Oh, I completely understand. You just came out of like the prep for the competition. But in your case, I would say, so now I'm thinking like it would have to be something that's not bodybuilding related, but maybe like some other thing, other discipline. But yeah, you just, to me, because you already lived that lifestyle, it's kind of like what I'm saying, Kinzi. Like that's what I just described is like Tuesday for you, right? So for you, you probably just need to go take vacations away from clients, et cetera, et cetera. Let's see here. Oh, wow. Dustin said, John, if it's a bodybuilder I look up to, I'm spending at least a month with them if they're training me. Done. And he said, like, Dustin said the topic today got him fired up. He said, also, I almost put Pumping Iron on last night. It's my catcher in the rye. I'm telling you, we used to watch Pumping Iron like every day. Me and the kids, and we'd be quoting it, just walking around the house quoting Pumping Iron.
Walking around, puffed up.
Keep going. Come on, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. Hey, Trevor said he's like me. He said, I run a lot of responses to the filter of my wife when my personality is not the right touch. Hey, that's the reason you get married. All right. That's why we always say that's why there are two of us. Kevin said that was way back in the Philippines and kind of expected. But anyway, raw egg is a staple here in Japan. Not chugging it, but it's very normal on the side. No stomach problems since 2017. Refrigerated, yes. So the eggs are refrigerated. He's still eating it raw, but he's had no stomach problems since 2017. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Tabitha Perkins. Hey, I think this is your first time watching the show. Appreciate you being here. Shout out to Tabitha. She said, hey, Naomi, looking good. I'm with you on the 3 to 4 days. Okay.
Yep.
Matt Balianu. Hey, what's up, dude? Matt says sounds like a good meetup. Yup.
Agree.
Kurt is also wrong. He said ketchup on eggs is the bomb. Usawa Fitness said hot sauce on eggs only. Also,
Yes.
I'll put you over there in the
Cholula.
quiet corner next to Kurt and Naomi.
Cholula with a little bit of ketchup. Yes.
A bit of sweet acid and a splash of tomato. That sounds like a way to get somebody to confess their crimes. Matt says ketchup and ranch on the eggs, hash browns, and crumbled bacon on a slice of toast. Okay.
Okay, I don't know about the ranch.
Crumbled bacon.
Well, you like your bacon where if it falls off the cooking sheet, it shadows like a cheap dollar store glass. You want not crisp. You want splintery bacon. I don't like splintery bacon. I like bacon.
If you drop, look, it isn't in the Bible, but it should be. If you drop bacon, it should shatter into multiple pieces because bacon is designed to be crispy. That's all I'm saying.
I should not have to worry about impaling myself in my mouth with bacon.
I shouldn't have to worry about my food getting up and walking away while I'm eating it.
It's still cooked. It's just
you said it touched heat. That's not cooked. All right, now y'all know why she's on the show. All right, this is our normal life and during the workouts and everything else. I think that this is this should be incentive for you guys to watch our vlogs because you get this kind of stuff in the vlog. Ibnix. All right.
I think that should be a t-shirt.
So we got to do the news items because we're about to hit the 30-minute mark, and we're not going to have done any news items because we got sidetracked on the question of the day. So let's roll through these real quick. I already told them that we're going to be shooting the video about the Infinity Bench, the MIKOLO, and the MIKOLO Bastet. The videos, because we got to shoot a video on the MIKOLO Bastet, we got to shoot a video on the Rit Fit Gator and the Infinity Bench. So I already told them we're going to be doing that. One thing I do want to say is like this wellness vacation thing. I Googled this. I told Naomi this yesterday. I Googled this because I was like, are there still any kind of wellness retreats and things like that? And when I Googled it, I discovered one of the top results was a Reddit post that I made 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
So let me go ahead and share my screen right here. This is crazy. All right. So 10 years ago, my guy Superfire in our fitness subreddit said, I was wondering if a sort of bodybuilding camp existed somewhere in the world. I've been trying to find some, but I came across only yoga and weight loss retreats. So the post is archived, by the way. But then 10 years ago, I said, well, Charles Staley, which I told you guys about, Charles Staley hosts 1 week camps in Scottsdale, Arizona. And Robbie Robinson does something similar. He calls the masterclass out in Los Angeles. So this is all 10-year information that's 10 years old, right? And then I said, finally, I think Frank Zane, who was also former Mr. Olympia, does one as well, but I don't have a link to that. So that was 10 years ago. Unfortunately, Superfire said, are there any outside of the U.S.? Apparently, due to legal issues, he could not travel to the United States. So number one, I hope Superfire got his life together. So he's able to travel freely around the world now. But that's just crazy. I saw this and Naomi was laughing at me because I saw it. I was like, I've been in the game for years. It made me an animal. There's rules to this. I wrote you a manual, a step-by-step booklet to help you get your game on track, not your weight pushed back. Now, bonus answer if any of you know what those lyrics are from, but you ain't gonna because y'all too young. You all too young. You don't know nothing about that. All right. But yeah, shout out to Superfire wherever you are in the world. All right.
It'll be kind of funny if he pops up and says, "Oh, I've been a member of Garage Gym Life and have been watching your live stream, your shows for."
Oh, that would be amazing if he was like, if he came in and say, "I've been watching the show," and like, yeah, I remember you made a comment and helped me out 10 years ago. That'd be awesome. Yeah. So let's see here. Hold on a second here. Okay. All right. So news item. First thing I want to let you guys know is that you can now save on the powerlifting bar for Bells of Steel with code GGL. So they are currently having a Black Friday Cyber Monday deal. But this is going to be on top of that. So let let me go ahead and screen share this. And Naomi, I want you to go ahead and give your feedback about like the Bells of Steel products you like. So all this stuff that's right there, including their foot plate for the cable tower, all-in-one trainer, all this stuff is going to be included in the Black Friday Cyber Monday deal, right? Now, this cable tower, we currently have the single stack, and we are waiting for the Oblivion, because, well, we want basically the Oblivion is 3x3, and we want to be able to use the same attachments for everything. All right. That being said, what would you say is like your go-to product at Bells of Steel, Naomi?
Of course, it's a single stack. I'm always using the single stack cable, at least once in my workout, if not multiple times.
It's like 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah,
maybe 4 to 5
at minimum. At minimum. I'm using, of course, I did get the starter kit, so that includes the glute band, the 10-pound weights, as well as the plyo, the soft plyo bots, which I use that quite a bit now. Also with their dumbbells. I love their dumbbells. Looking to get more. But I think out of their equipment,
what do you like about the dumbbells?
The grip.
I've actually never asked you that question.
I like their handles.
Okay.
Their handles fit very comfortably, and because it's the way it's shaped, it fits really comfortable in my hands, and it feels balanced. It's the best way to it's the best way to describe it. I would like to be able to get from 5 all the way up to maybe 25 for right now. But that's future purchase, Christmas. But no.
What was that? Yeah. You need some water. You got
anniversary.
You good?
GGL. Discount coupon. But no, the single cable stack. I really enjoy it. I use it a lot.
Okay. All right. So like for me, it's the bare naked powerlifting bar, which is like literally, and you guys who've been watching know that I'm not just saying this because of the deal, but literally I have been talking about the bare naked powerlifting bar for years because that's how long I've had it. So currently, we normally don't have a promo code, but the cat reached out to us and said, hey, we're going to give you guys a promo code. And so we're trying to let you guys know about it now. So here's the deal. So normally the powerlifting bar is $267.99 US, right? Mm-hmm. And right now it's on sale for $229.99. Then if you use the promo code GGL, which is only valid on the bars, that drops the cost down to under $200. Okay, so this is probably the best deal that I've seen on the bars. And as I said, I've had this bar for over 2 years now. I've done zero maintenance on it on purpose because I wanted to see how it stood up to adverse conditions. It's very humid here in Georgia. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. There's still a blood spot on it from where I was deadlifting one day and I cut my shin. And I just said, I'm not doing anything to it. And it is still functioning the way that I want it to. Now, granted, it's a power bar, so whip is not as important. The sleeve spin is not as important, but it's holding up very, very well. And so I give it my highest recommendation. Like I said, you want to use that code GGL at checkout and you'll save on the powerlifting bar. All right, so let's stop that. Next item is we got there's several Black Friday sales going on. You can hear about those anywhere though. But what I want to talk about is this thing that I wasn't really I don't know. This is new to me, okay? I just started seeing all this stuff on Instagram, and it looks like Instagram is turning into Etsy. Hey, we got a winner. Letha Cannon said, John bringing the Notorious Big to the game today. Look at that. Yeah. Biggie Smalls. That's right. Rest in peace. Letha Cannon. There you go. She got the quote. That was a good guess, Carp. I am a big fan of KRS-One, but no, Letha is correct. It is Biggie. It is Notorious Big. There we go. We have a question, a bells of steel question. So Kinzi said, I always wanted to try the adjustable kettlebell, but I know the way it adjusts would drive me nuts over time. So one thing I can tell you about the adjustable kettlebell is when I first saw it, I asked Kayvon if he'd let me try to break it. And this was at Home Gym Con 2. You weren't there. So, hey, I said, Kayvon said, sure. So I took the kettlebell and I just started throwing it up as high as I could in the air. And it worked out pretty well. I got a video of it somewhere. I think I did a YouTube short of me just throwing it up in the air and landing, and it worked fine. So that's the only thing I can recommend about it, that it is at least durable. I'm not a fan of adjustable kettlebells as a general thing. I like individual kettlebells, but that's just me. And Carp said, is the Oblivion Tower 4-way keyholes on the uprights? I believe so. Do you remember? It was the one that was attached to the rack at Home Gym Con. Do you remember?
I don't remember, but we can definitely take a look at it and follow up with you. Carp.
Yeah, I'll look it up because I just don't remember. But I'll look it up while we're doing the reactive response for the other thing.
The one when you were pointing, like it looks like the snowman.
Yeah.
Upside down and whatnot, and I was like, so I'm wondering if that one was one that you had pointed at. It looks like a snowman, but it's like the other way. But I don't know.
So yeah, it is. Okay, I can answer that right now. I'm looking at the picture. Okay. Yes, it is. So that's the answer. So it is 4-way keyhole, Carp. Okay. All right. All right. So anyway,
one thing before you continue.
Yeah.
Because I've got mommy duties.
Okay.
So I guess we can look at we're gonna have to do a blitz real quick before I have to go. And
I thought you already took her. I was like, oh, that's fast.
No.
Oh, so she's still outside. She probably thinks that she's skipping school today.
And she's done this.
When your 10-year-old is like, hey, we gotta go. Hey, we got things. Well, I can do the rest.
Gotta wrap it up. Kind of
right. I'm gonna blame you because you came in here talking about your ketchup and eggs and whatnot. And so let me just
means we have to have this conversation more often. We have culinary geniuses.
I don't feel like that's what that means at all. All right. So let me go with this. In general, I showed you some of the stuff from Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just ask you the question. Would you buy something from Instagram, especially made in another country? And so for those of you who aren't, who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to pull up some of these on screen that I've seen on Instagram. And Naomi, go ahead and like, just as a general thing, would you purchase from something from made in another country for gym equipment from Instagram? Strictly from Instagram. Okay. They don't have a website, nothing. Okay.
The thing is this, everything on there is not sus until you said gym equipment, because you're talking to someone that has bought stuff off of TikTok. Okay. So gym equipment, that's the keyword.
I was probably asleep that day. Okay. So here's an example right there. So his name is Jess Progress. He makes stuff like this. I turned gym dreams into heavy metal. He's in Poland. Do you need custom gear? DM me. Okay. There is no website. He's followed by a number of people who are watching the show right now. He's got innovative things. You know, this is all interesting. Yeah, that's what I said. As I looked at it, I said, oh, okay. Would you be DMing this dude though and say, hey, and if you guys are watching and you have purchased something from in a situation like this, let me know how that experience went, because this raises, it's interesting, but y'all know about me and warranties. Okay. That
piece actually looks really clean. Like, I like the stainless steel. I do like the look of it and whatnot, but like, does it do anything else besides that? I'm going
to say no, but I don't know. But I'm just saying, would you buy literally from some of these Instagram?
I would need to have a website, I don't know about DMing and like, how much is it going to cost? Like, if I pay you, am I going to get that piece of equipment? How
That's
long
what
is
I'm saying. What about this? This looks amazing. This is from Luke_fitness equipment. In general, when you got an underscore, I'm suspicious. Okay. But sure. All right. That looks, I'm not exactly sure what we're demonstrating here, except that he's able to carry it. But okay.
Now I will say I can see that piece of equipment because of its mirror and all the shine and bells and whistles, like all that little shine and everything. I can see that in like some of the gym, like some of the commercial kind of gyms, kind of thing. Especially like if it's a boutique kind of commercial gym.
Once
If they want
again,
that shininess.
all right.
I'm thinking about how
Once
quickly
again,
things get
though,
stuffed.
let's go up here. So the difference is this. They have
They have a
a
website.
WhatsApp. They've got it. Hold on, no, let's not get carried away. They got an email.
Oh, okay.
Right? They got an email, a WhatsApp, and some other way, and a phone number, things like that. I do not see a website link.
Okay.
Because he says, okay, so they say, well, this is our factory production workshop. Man, that could be from anywhere. That could be a picture from Canva. How do you know? That's all I'm saying. At least with Etsy, there is, and at least with Etsy, there's purchaser protection of a sort, right? If I DM somebody on Instagram, this is react and respond. If I DM somebody on Instagram, how do I know that person, as you said, is going to actually send me the stuff I paid for? But I see a lot of, I mean, it's interesting to look at.
Yeah.
But
yeah. It's you have to really wow me to say, okay, I'm going to purchase it. But then the question is, how long is it going to take for me to get it? Like, is it coming off a donkey to get to the port, to then come across the waters, to then, you know, is it going to be a 6 to 8 week wait or longer? You know, I don't know. I walked into
that. 6 to 7 weeks.
I walked right into that, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. All right. And tell Nora, I know you got to go, but tell Nora I did 6-7 for her because she always wants me to do it. So that was for our daughter. Anyway.
Bye, everybody.
All right. So you guys make sure if you guys want to keep up with how Naomi is training and see all her workouts and stuff, you just need to follow her vlog. It's Rebirth of the Phoenix. It's a playlist right here on the channel. And that way you guys will get to see her and see what she's doing, how she's making this amazing progress. And I'm super proud of you. So I'll see you later.
All
right.
Get ketchup on your eggs.
No. All right. Later. Bye. All right. So that was my lovely wife, Naomi. She is now headed off to do the thing that I thought she had already done, which was take our daughter to school. All right. So now it's going to be me. And then in about 15 minutes, we have Fawn, who I see backstage. And in fact, this is an excellent opportunity for me to practice his name. Jean, hold on. Let me go and make sure I say it in this right order. I got to roll back up to where it is. Jean Fanjal. Is that right? Was that right? Let me say it again. Jean Fanjal. Was that good? I can't hear you. So he's like, yeah, no. Hey, I did it. All right. I've been up all night practicing in the mirror. All right. Okay, so we're going to have Jean Fanjal, Fawn. He is brand director from MIKOLO. He's going to be coming on in about 15 minutes. Fawn, everything looks good. So as long as you can hear and everything, you can go grab coffee or something like that. And then I'll bring you back on at 8:05. Okay? All right. Or you're welcome to sit to just watch the show. That's cool too. All right. All right. Now let's go back down to what we were talking about. There is something else I want to talk about. There we go. All right. So Black Friday sale. So Hansu Power is having a Black Friday sale, but they're only having a sale on their combo rack. I don't understand. I really don't understand that. So now, I'm going to ask you guys, react or respond. If you don't, for those of you who do not compete in powerlifting, even if you do compete in powerlifting, is this something that you would be interested in? So this rack looks great. It's the Hansu Power Pro Combo Rack. Normally, it is $3,410 here in the U.S. And it is currently on sale for $1,599. So it's normally $3,410, and it is now $1,599. So this is their Black Friday sales. You know, Black Friday sales now start. It seems like they start in, well, this feels like they start in like September nowadays, but the sale is going on right now. And it's interesting though, because they said that this sale ends November 30th. So the sale is live now, and it goes until November 29th, which is Black Friday. And then the next day, so Small Business Saturday, I think it's called, Small Business Saturday, the sale is over. So at midnight on the 30th, sale is done. Is this something that you guys would be interested in having in your home gym? So this would take care of your squat and bench needs. But if you do pull-ups or anything like that, you would have to have like a pull-up tower. Is this something that would interest you guys? Let me know. My instinct is that most people are still going to want a power rack. And this is quite a bit of money to spend on something that really you're only going to use from primarily two exercises, movements, whatever. I mean, I guess you could still do like good mornings and things like that, but that's to me, that's a lot to pay for something that you're only going to use for essentially two movements. What do you guys say? Colonial Barbell said, if you're seriously cramped for space, it works. I mean, yeah. Now, keeping in mind the bench doesn't store vertically, so you'd have to move the bench out. I mean, you're still squatting in that same space. You'd have to move the bench out, find somewhere else for it to be. So if you're cramped on space, where are you going to put the bench? I guess you could kind of set it down so you can sit on it in between sets of squat. That was the thing that stopped me from getting a combo rack. I was really interested in getting one, mostly because I was training with my kids at the time, and our arms were all different lengths. Not to mention we were all different strength levels, but our arms were different lengths. So it was actually easier to change the weight out than it was to raise and lower the bar in the power rack. So I was training at one time. I had a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old. I want to say, so he's 16, a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old all training at the same time. So none of their arms were the same length, so they couldn't all train at the same time. So we had to it was a lot. So I was thinking about the combo rack, because with a combo rack, you can adjust the heights really quickly. But then I kind of just said, nah, it's just dedicating that much space to something that doesn't do a lot of things just ended up being like a no-go for me. All right. So that's that one. This is a good deal. Carlos said that is a lot for me. If I spend that kind of scratch, I'm going to want to be able to do multiple things. Yeah, and it's not – so the difference between that and, say, a functional trainer, although essentially with a functional trainer, you're still using spotter arms, the difference is with a functional trainer, you've got the cables, you've got the pulleys, you got all this other stuff available to you. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold up. Let's back up a little bit. So Carp said, referring back to that Bells of Steel adjustable kettlebell, Carp said he watched me try to break it in the Home Gym Con strongman area, and it didn't break. Yeah, I gave it I did. I'm not joking. I did try to break it. I was like, I'm going to try to break it today. And I was like, Kayvon, can I try to break it? He said, yeah, go ahead. I said, okay. And I'm like, I was launching it in the air. Good times. That's the kind of stuff I get to do when Naomi's not around. All right, because she was in Florida with our daughter that year. She didn't get to go to Home Gym Con that year. Something that I really approve of. This is from Synergy Custom Fitness. We're big fans of what they do, and they are giving what they call the Black Friday price match promise. Do you guys think more businesses should do this? So what the deal is with Synergy Custom Fitness is And in fact, here I'll go ahead. I'll share the screen. Oops, wrong link. I'll share the screen right here. So if you go to Synergy Custom Fitness, I don't know if you guys can see it, but basically it's called the Black Friday Price Match Promise, or Black Friday Price Match Guarantee. So you're getting 15% off all racks if you buy right now, okay? And then they guarantee that if the deal that they have on Black Friday is cheaper, they will price match, okay? So let's say you spend $999 on something today, and then on Black Friday it's $989. They will price match, and I believe they'll refund you the difference. So is this something that this to me is a really good deal? You guys can see what in fact, yeah. Yep, they will confirm. So basically, if the Black Friday price is lower, you email them, support at Synergy Custom Fitness with your order number and BF price match in the subject line. But you got to do it between November 28th and December 5th, right? So as soon as you find out that the Black Friday deal is cheaper, you email them and they'll confirm the refund, and you'll get the difference. They will refund you the difference. So is this something that I mean, that potentially could be a huge cost investment for them. But would you guys would like to see more companies doing stuff like this, but more than just, a Black Friday deal? And here's what I'm saying. What I know that there was a phenomenon for a while, I'm sure it still happens, where companies would jack their price up artificially, and then they would give you a discount for Black Friday, but it really just brings it down to roughly the same price it was before they jacked the price up. You know what I mean? And so I don't like that. But in an era where we have tariffs that are affecting the cost of so many goods and services, or not services, but so many goods, I think it's cool when a business is willing to do this discount to incentivize you to purchase now. And then they're saying, hey, I know you're concerned that a better deal is going to come along, but we promise you we will price match ourselves if we have a lower deal on Black Friday. I've not I've not heard that. So hey, Carlos, there we go. Hey, I appreciate the clarification. So Carlos from Synergy Custom Fitness is watching, and he said we will refund the difference as long as you use the Black Friday code. So let me say it again. Make sure you check me, make sure I said it right. All right. I don't want to promise stuff for you guys that you're not promising. So basically, you shop now, use the code Black Friday BF price match. You save 15% on all storage racks except for the Charlie. Then on Black Friday, if the Black Friday price is lower, email support at Synergy Custom Fitness with your order number and BF price match in the subject line, and they'll confirm your refund and you will get the difference back. So was that accurate? I'm pretty sure that's the situation there. So first of all, thank you for being here and watching, Carlos. I appreciate the support. But yeah, for you guys, I know he's watching now, but give him the feedback. Let him know, is this something that you like when companies do stuff like this? Does it make a difference in your purchasing habits if you know that you could buy something now and you're not gonna lose out on a better deal down the road? Yeah, let me know that. Also, we are about to bring Fawn on, and if you guys, I know some of you guys have to start work, you got clients and whatever, and you got to run and take care of that. So don't forget that you can always ask your question early, and then I will start it and have that question in the sitting down and ready to go for Fawn when he comes on, so that you guys can check it out on replay. Hey, Dustin said that Synergy vertical horizontal combo rack is amazing and can hold some serious weight. Yeah, when I saw the rack at Home Gym Con, I knew I was gonna be impressed, but it blew my mind. I was like, especially when I saw the rollout tray, I was done. That was a done deal for me. Nah, I knew what you meant, man. Don't worry about the typo. I knew what you. I have become adept at reading typos because a lot of people watch this like on their phone. They're trying to type with their phone. Some of y'all are typing questions while driving, which I do not endorse. Stay safe, or at least wait for a red light. But yeah, so I've gotten good at deciphering the stuff. All right, I'm telling you that rollout tray is amazing. That is such a game changer because, like with the heavier dumbbells, that's like one of the most, not for me, it's not a big deal because I can pick up the dumbbells and move them. But I'm thinking, I always think about Naomi. It's like some of my dumbbells are too heavy for her to move around at least easily. And then think about it, you're putting it in an awkward position because it's going to be on the bottom, right? So I love the fact that the rollout tray is there. That to me is a safety issue. And if you're going to be lifting more than 90-pound dumbbells, to me, you need that rollout tray. It's not a want, it's a need. That's just my opinion. All right. So let's see here. We don't have time for, I've got one more thing, but we'll just save it for next week. Actually, I got two more things, but we'll just save it for next week. But in the because I want to make sure that we don't interfere with our guest time, and I'm super excited about having him on here. So let's go ahead and take a second, and we're going to add in. Hold up here. We're gonna add. Okay, let's go ahead and add in LinkedIn. Make sure we can do this. All right, give me just a second. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. Now this is, okay, hold up. Select an orientation. So I'm trying to add LinkedIn right now, and it's telling me to select okay. Select an orientation. Boom. All right. There we go. See, this is way too complicated. Okay, it is just about 7:57. It's 7:57 a.m. Eastern time here, almost 6 a.m. in the Mountain Time Zone. So I'm going to give a shout out to the Mountain Time Zone. If you just joined our show, we just wrapped up a great segment featuring my lovely wife Naomi, where we're doing react and respond to some of the things that have come across my desk, including Instagram feeds. Instagram is fast becoming the new Etsy, it seems. And for some strange reason, she wants people to put ketchup on their eggs, but I'm not going to endorse that at all. That being said, we are now about to kick things off with my next guest, who is somebody that I've been wanting to speak with for quite some time. This is the MIKOLO Fitness brand director, Jean-Fan Zhao. And MIKOLO Fitness is a brand that's been growing in popularity. They've been on my radar for quite some time. I've done a couple of reviews. I've personally done a couple of reviews for them, and we've also had other people do reviews of their products on our channel. We did a we did a booth tour with them at Home Gym Con, and I'm really impressed by how they are really stepping up their game as far as being part of the home gym community and giving back, not just interacting with our community, but giving back in a meaningful way. And so I am excited to unpack all the stuff that's going on with them, find out more about the brand. So, Fawn, are you ready? Fawn, are you ready? All right, looks like he's ready to go. All right, so let's go ahead and give a warm welcome to my second guest of the day, Fawn.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
I had to give you the theme music. What's up, man?
Yeah. It's great to see you, man. This first time, big face. Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, so the person behind you reminds me of the internet meme where you have the guy who he's actually a power lifter, but he like goes through it. He's act like he's mopping the floor, but then he'll pick up the weights for the bodybuilders. So I just thought of that when I saw her. So man, let's let's just dive right into this. And we're already getting questions. All right, so let me go ahead and start that one. So
Yeah.
I want to say, you heard what I said about the fact that, you know, I've had my eye on your brand for quite some time. Let's begin with when, and I just started out, I'll just be honest with you. When the brand first started, to me, it didn't feel authentic. And I think some of it is because of how you guys started. At the time, there were a lot of Amazon brands, and you guys were kind of trying to compete with them. But there's a guy who comments on a lot of our videos. His name is Bobby Hunt. Shout out to Bobby Hunt. But if you're a content creator on YouTube in the home gym space, you've probably had Bobby Hunt comment on one of your videos. So, Bobby is not a fan of MIKOLO. He basically doesn't trust the product quality. The reason I know that is because he commented on the video when I did, let's see, I did the review, I think, of your, is it the PLM 03? It was no, it was your MIKOLO F4 power cage. Yes, I did the review of the MIKOLO F4 power cage, and he commented on that. And he was just like, he said he had a bad experience with the rack. And I'll tell you also that when I first heard about the brand, your brand, this is before I got the cage, I went to the address that was listed for MIKOLO because it happened to be like 20 minutes away from where we lived. And I get there, it's a locked office building, there's no workers. But I will say this, Bobby was not a fan of the power cage, but when I got the power cage and went through the review process, that actually gave me more confidence in your brand. Because now I'm talking to somebody, I'm interacting with them, and I say, oh, okay, it's not like one of those Amazon companies where you might talk to somebody, I'm sorry, where you buy the product and then they just disappear. And if you have an issue, you never know, you know, if they're going to be there for you, which was the thing that we were concerned about. Is like, if I buy something from MIKOLO, I've never heard of them, are they going to be there to service, you know, the brand? So I'm going to give you, and I'm going to give you some time to just address this, because the way that you guys are now is dramatically different from how you were back then. I think there's a lot more confidence in MIKOLO. What did it take to get you guys from that to where you are now, so involved in the home gym community?
Oh yeah, that is a really good question. You know, I totally completely understand why the early impression didn't feel very authentic. Yeah. Like you said, the address they fitted was a MIKOLO official registered address. And at the stage, we still process excluding location and building our operation center as well. And we plan to sell down the showroom and the operation centers in next coming year. So we appreciate the people and have a much more confidence in MIKOLO, because we are, you know, making efforts to contact with the home fitness community, and including go to the home gym con and running Facebook as well, you know. And like you said, you mentioned about the F4 power rack. Yeah, I want to say that, you know, I'm not pretty sure, but I would like to show my idea. It's like 11 gauge. You know, some people they ask me about the 11 gauge and 12 gauge. You know, this kind of things. So I would say I would think like 11 gauge steel option is definitely something that we plan to bring in the future. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. Because I just tell you, man, and I'll say, you made a video where you said 14 gauge steel is fine if you're not a power lifter or a high level CrossFit athlete. But look, here's the thing. I remember with the same F4 power cage, I was putting the bolt on and the metal was dimpling. And then I was like, okay, hold up. Now I don't feel safe, because if it can't handle me screwing the bolting it together, how's it going to handle if something if like I drop the bar by mistake or something like that, right? And I would also say that I recently had a comment where somebody said, because you know how like the videos on YouTube never go away. So somebody saw the old video and he comes on and he said, look, he said he had the power cage and he's built his squat up to almost 500 pounds, and he plans on replacing the rack with a different one because now it doesn't feel like it can support what it can do. So I'm glad you said that you guys are contemplating a 11 gauge steel rack, because right now
Yeah,
that guy
but I'm happy.
somewhere else.
One more thing I need to say is that we want to show you why our team. Firstly, we were choosing launch 12 gauge. Firstly, because from the structure engineering side, and the 12 gauge racks are well built and to meet real training needs of the vast majority of home gym users. So moving to 11 gauge certainly makes the racks a little bit overbuilt, like I said in the videos, which isn't a bad thing, but it does increase product cost and the shipping expense, So we do some days research and we found that most of users are prefer user balance as well, as long as the rack is safe, stable, and test under heavy load. But next priority is the budget. So we want more customers to be able to access, enjoy equipment as well. Yeah, we understand, those lifters grow stronger and they look.
Because that's the point of lifting weights. You're gonna get stronger.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're looking for heavier gauge option for long-term comfort. So yeah, this feedback is exactly why we evaluation 11 gauge, which is a good solutions, and we appreciate the users who want to stay with MIKOLO and keep progressing. And thank you for raising this question on the table. Yeah.
Nice. So Kinzi, Capex Home Gym Lab, that's Coach Kinzi. She says, I've loved the 12 gauge on the Anubis. It's the perfect in between. So I do think that the 12 gauge is a good in between because the rack that guy was talking about is 14 gauge steel. So if he's able to upgrade from 14 to 12, that's a good in between. It gives him like a pathway to still stay with the company. And I think that that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's a huge upgrade. It's like from 14 gauge to 12 gauge steel. It isn't a middle of the road option. It's a premium, heavy duty solution that built for serious lifters and trainers, right?
So what I'm pulling up right here is I had Carlos. If you want to ask your question yourself, you can go ahead. If you want me to read it out, I can do that too. I had somebody text me questions for you because they weren't sure if they were going to be able to be on. So, but he's watching. So I'll ask you the first question he had. Because I know a lot of people want to talk about the Anubis. Do you have any attachments or accessories that you have planned to bring out for the Anubis?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Anubis, we have upgrade kits just the beginning, and we're gonna moving forward to build a long-term upgrade like ecosystem rather than a product only. This is why Anubis we have a 43x3 system. It's an open standard tap into much wider of attachments, not only from MIKOLO, but also we came from everything in the 3x3 ecosystem.
Gotcha.
Second, and we could provide those high performance with great value and ensure their step up can continue to grow after years. So many of these common attachments will follow the HRO2 ecosystem direction, stronger compatibility, more training versatility, and smoother upgrading between configurations. Yeah. So these accessories will be rolling out to the market. Yeah.
Nice. And you guys can check out those accessories. Go check out gym-mikolo.com, gym-mikolo.com. You guys can see all the products that we're talking about here in the MIKOLO ecosystem. My guy, Charlie, who was actually the one who was asking that question, he actually is the one who did the review of the MIKOLO Anubis for our channel. So that's why, and he's loving it. I mean, like he and I have texted back and forth. He loves the Anubis. So many people love the Anubis. So that's why he wanted to know that.
Thank you so much.
He also wanted to know, is the rack-mounted leg extension going to be compatible with the Anubis 1.0? So,
sorry, I didn't get.
So, your rack-mounted leg extension? Do you have a rack-mounted leg? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Is that compatible with the 1.0, the Anubis 1.0?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we would do some upgrade for that. Yeah.
Okay, so it's when it comes out, you're gonna do an upgrade thing, so it'll be compatible with it. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So let's go to. I'm gonna leave that up so people can see your website information. Let's see here. Do you know the last time I went on your website? Actually, no. Let me ask this question first, and then I'll go back to this one. So you have people who are asking about your showroom. I know that you guys have a showroom that's coming up. Do you know what state the showroom is going to be in?
The showroom and the operation center will be settled down in the next 1 or 2 years. Will be happening in 2026 and to 2027. Yeah.
All right. Do you know where it's going to be located?
We are looking for the place.
You still looking for a
Probably maybe
site?
in Denver or yeah. We're looking for a place. Yeah.
And you said probably Denver. Well, tell me this. What are some of the things that affect like where you decide to put the showroom? Like I realize that probably tax, like the tax rate is going to affect if you want to put a business there. But what are some of the things that affect, picking this Denver versus, I don't know, Pennsylvania for your showroom or California?
Yeah, the tax is first priority thing we needed to think about it. But I'm not saying it's like we're looking for a place which is convenient, for shipping and for transportation. And
Okay.
another one thing is like we have a lot of customers, good feedback from their areas. So I think this.
So you mean like you want to have somewhere, you want to go somewhere where you have a lot of customers already, people who might want to come to the showroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
If they can come to my showroom, which is good because we have set up everything, and they can come to gamers and face to face to give some suggestions or ideas.
Gotcha. Okay. I had a question. So you have there are 2 questions about GMWD. So the first one, I know the answer, and somebody's already answered it, but I'd like to hear from you. So Basement Gym Review wants to know, is MIKOLO the same brand as GMWD? Now, I know the answer is no, but could you talk about that partnership? What led to that partnership? And can we expect more from you guys and GMWD in the future?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. GMWD and the MIKOLO is 2 brands, and they have a different kind of areas. For example, the MIKOLO, they will focus on the rack and Smith machine, and GMWD, which is a really good brand, that they have focused on the strength stations. And we have a lot of corporations as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that is well. It's
so you have more coming.
With, yeah, we have more coming. We have more tight combinations between these 2 brands. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. So let me just go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. And let's see here. Okay, so Matt wants to know for clarification. So is it the same company with 2 brands under the same company umbrella, or is it owned by 2 separate companies?
It's 2 brands with the whole companies, the whole group companies.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. So it's 1 company, 2 brands underneath it. Okay, that makes sense.
Exactly.
Nice. All right, cool. So you got fans, all right, in here. People who like what you guys do, all right. So Calvin C55718 says, great to hear MIKOLO here. They got tons of great products.
Thank you so much.
Let's see here. And we can get rid of that here. I already showed you the so Kinzi said, I've been having so much fun working with MIKOLO the last few weeks. She did a linear row, did a YouTube short of the linear row. Say it's got like 260,000 views because people love that machine. So her linear row YouTube short of the MIKOLO has 260,000 views. So that's really cool. That's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Do you find let me ask you this. That just occurred to me. What would you say is the thing that people ask you about the most in terms of like your products? Is it the Anubis?
Yeah, the Anubis is mostly.
All right, is that on social media? Is it emails? Is it like people just see you in the street? Like, how much buzz when you guys brought out the Anubis? Did you know it was going to be that popular?
Yeah, it's a kind of a trend. It's kind of ways. Actually, the MIKOLO is, at the beginning is we're doing the pulley system. So
Okay.
from like a pulley system and some basically racks. But
Right.
yeah, we found the 3x3, which is long way, and like some brand, the US brand, they have a 3x3. This kind of a rack. So we want to try to we want to try this. But all of this is basically we have to do some research stays from our customers by Facebook and by some Instagram, and we collected some information. So we decide to do the Anubis. So yeah, but yeah, we work at it. We work at it. It's it's not a big success. It's just a big step. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So I want to talk about your cable ratio leg extension, because that. Let me go ahead and pull it. I'm going to pull it up on screen so people can see what I'm talking about in case they don't know. Because we have some questions I wanted to address on it. So, first of all, it is available for. It says it's sold out. Okay. And you guys are restocking for Black Friday. When do you think it will be available?
You mean the leg extension inventory?
Yeah, the TAWERET that's on. I have it on screen right here. Right now, you guys are restocking, and it's available for pre-order, the black one. Do you know when people would be able to start ordering it?
I can't give the exactly numbers, but I guarantees will be soon. Will be soon later. Yeah, and we do have even the leg extension, and we do have plenty of the inventory, and that people can pre-order anytime, no problem. And yeah.
So I'm basically asking, like, if somebody orders it, because Black Friday is next week. So if somebody orders it for Black Friday, is there going to be a big delay before they start to get their stuff? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know. I totally understand. So the leg extension and all the hot sale product where we have plenty of, we have a big inventory. Yeah, people can get it.
Nice.
And we have a really good discount. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. Talk about it. Yeah. What's the discount?
It's I don't know what is exactly numbers, but yeah, our operation center will send all the information, discount information, and release some new discount information to our customers. Okay.
So it's showing right now $379.99 is normally over $400. So that's a pretty good discount right there.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So let's go ahead and dive into what I said I was going to ask you about, which is the first of all, we have my guy Matt from the UK is watching. Says, "Good morning, America. Sorry I'm late." Hey, I'm just glad you made it here, Matt. Thank you for coming. We're always glad to have the British represented by you.
That's cool.
I don't let's see here. Yeah, we always have a lot of people from different countries watching the show. And in fact, this is a good time. There are 1,693 of you watching. I need every single one of you to hit the like button and hit subscribe, because that is the best way for me to continue to get guests like Fawn here on the show. So you guys make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, so companies know that if they come on here, that there's going to be people watching to that they can engage with who are interested in their product. All right. So Carlos said wants to know, Matt, how can you be late from the future? That's a very good question, because Matt is in a different time zone. He's actually ahead. So how can you be late and you're in the future? We need to get that answer for that. Well, while you're working on that, let's go ahead and check out the stuff that we're going to say. So Kinzi did her video of the TAWERET. And did you get a chance to check out these comments that were on her video, Fawn?
In the StreamYard, you mean?
No. Did you get? So I had so I said that there were
YouTube.
questions. Yeah, on YouTube. Like, so Kinzi had a video where she had like some she had comments on it, and so I'm gonna go ahead. If you didn't see it, I'll go ahead and I'll just pull it up now. You just answer the questions now, and that's fine.
Okay, that's
all right.
Cool.
So shout out to you, Kinzi. You're about to get some free watch time. All right. So the first question, I'm gonna do the best I can. You know, people's YouTube names, they're different. Okay, I'm gonna do the best I can with people's YouTube names, but TJITTE Storm 6371 said about the TAWERET. Wants to know about improving the padding on the unit. Do you know? Do you have any feedback, or have other people talked about the padding on the TAWERET? Do you have any feedback on that?
You mean the LE09, the leg extension padding?
Yeah, the padding on that.
Okay. Yeah, the leg padding intentionally we designed with a slightly upward angle. So this design is make easier to engage your leg fully during the press. For example, so like the pad, if we pad like these angles, there will be like a leverage pivot, and you can engage with your posterior chain. So we do this kind of design, but most of this design will be started from some commercial leg extension.
Okay.
Yeah. So this design can make easier engage with the legs. Yeah.
So the reason for the way the padding is to make it easier to engage with the legs.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Fair enough. Now there is someone who said so clear-minded and awake. So there were a lot of people who said that I like how big the seat is. Said the leg curl looks easy to transition into. And someone else said that MIKOLO has been on a roll lately, putting out some great stuff. But clear-minded and awake said they had a customer complaint. They said this was a month ago. They said they got theirs, and after being guaranteed and promised by MIKOLO that they were going to get the machine with red accents, it came in and it basically arrived with scratches on it. So other than the scratches, it looks great and it's really sturdy and very solid parts. So if somebody has, I don't want to just talk about just that experience. If somebody has a product experience, like anything that's missing from a piece of equipment that they order or something that's damaged, what's the best way for them to get that taken care of? Because you guys have a limited lifetime warranty on your stuff. So what's the best way for somebody to take care of a customer issue?
Okay, well, yeah, we could solve this as quickly as possible. Firstly, and then secure all the customers give our feedbacks. We needed to know the feedback as quickly as possible. But yeah, we can't sometimes about the shipping problem. We can't guarantee every details of the shipping process, but we can take a responsibility for what MIKOLO stand for. So if anyone they have a problem, just let us know. Just let our after sales centers, our business centers, and just give me our emails or online.
Okay.
We will solve. We will get rid of these stuffs. You know.
So basically, just send you guys an email and you'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in future, if we have operation centers, we can do the offline and after sales. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I want to say, so I've had I didn't personally have an issue, but Carlos had an issue with the Anubis, and you guys took care of it really, really quickly. But I also understand that because of our situation, like we're doing the review, people sometimes look at it and say, well, yeah, but you have like some special whatever, so of course they're going to take care of you. So I just want to make sure that people understand that you guys will take care of customer issues, no problem. It doesn't have to, it's not just people who are like creating content. So let's see here. I'll make sure I'm not missing any comments. Okay. So I've got Kinzi answered this one already. AKZW8J wanted to know about, because of the angle for the leg curl, they want to know if that leg curl would be good for somebody if they were shorter. So it's a woman, and she's 5'4". She's 5'4". She says most machines are not made for women, and I just really want it for lying leg curls. So what would you give as feedback about this machine if you're a woman who's a little bit on the short side and you want to use it for leg curls?
Okay. Yeah. So the leg curls way in the MIKOLO's website, and the leg extension, the angles we set up is from 4 feet to 6 feet. So if the ladies is like 5 feet, something like that, but it will be covered. So don't worry about the short female cannot. Don't worry about this. Yeah, we will cover the full range of the height.
Gotcha. Shout out. So Coach Rex Beckenpaul said, late for the live, but I never miss the show, even if I have to catch up later. Man, I appreciate that. Rex, you're always a big encourager. We appreciate it. He said, always great content. He said, I think MIKOLO has certainly upped their game of late. I agree. I 100% agree. I'm going to tell you, man, for me, the biggest thing was when I saw that you guys went to Home Gym Con. Because when you went to Home Gym Con, it was, to me, it showed that you're willing to invest in the community and that you're willing to be there, even if it's like, because so at Home Gym Con, you don't know what people are going to say to you. And so a lot of brands, I think, don't go because they're afraid to have that contact with the customer because they don't know what's going to happen. You guys went, and it looked to me that everybody who went to your booth had a positive experience. And so I really have to commend MIKOLO for going to Home Gym Con. I thought that was great that you guys did that. Let's see.
Yes, for sure. Next year we will be becoming a Home Gym Con. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. All right, well, that's awesome. So Kinzi said that she was told that you guys are coming out with a thicker pad, that she's been emailing back and forth about it. So that's good feedback. And Rory Ellis, what's up, Rory? And Carlos said, I'm happy that MIKOLO was quick to replace one of the wheel shields on my Anubis 1.0. So again, that's another customer service thing, showing that where you guys took care of customer service. So now we got a question. This is Kevin, Home Gym Gains. He is a YouTube content creator, and he lives in Japan. Okay. So he says, I watch all the MIKOLO stuff from Kinzi. He said, I've been curious, is MIKOLO aiming to be a best budget option for the home gym? Or so are you aiming? Okay, I understand your question, Kevin. He's like, are you aiming to be the best budget option, or are you trying to go after the premium home gym market? Who is your ideal customer in terms of home gyms? Do you understand the question?
Sorry, I'm just watching the question.
Okay,
can you replace again?
Yeah. So I'll just say it this way. Are you guys trying to be a budget company, or are you trying to go premium? Who is your ideal customer? Who are you trying to like, what kind of customers are you looking for?
Oh yeah, I think from home gym aspect, from home gym, this kind of area, I think the budget is what we have to think most of it. But meanwhile, we need to balance, because it was really good, quality of the racks, and will be expensive. So we need to let more people to enjoy the MIKOLO product. So we will save some budgets for our customers, but we will not save qualities our product.
Right. Okay. So then so Angel Lopez, who's actually watching right now, said that he did a video as well. And by the way, I've got the links for both Angel and Kinzi's video. They're both, if you guys are watching right now, whether you're watching live or on replay, the the link to watch Angel's MIKOLO video and Kinzi's MIKOLO video of the leg extension. They're both in the video description, so you guys can go check that out after the show is over. But one thing that Angel did with his video is he modified the leg extension so that it would make it easier. What do you guys think about it when like content creators create modifications to your products? And do you guys ever think about making those modifications standard?
Yeah, we're thinking about that. We were thinking about that. You know, but
Okay.
Angel, yeah. But all this stuff is in our process.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you see somebody, so like in the case of Angel, you see he did a video and he did a modification. Is that something that you show the engineers and say, hey, should we do this? And they start to look at it?
Yeah, sure. We respect them. We respect if they make the contact, you know. Yeah.
Okay. So now I want to talk about feedback from content creators. So I spoke with several content creators who work with you guys. And I'll say that the number one thing that they said that they like about working with MIKOLO is the fact that you give the creators freedom to make the video that we want to make. I will say that when we did the video about the MIKOLO Anubis on our channel, we originally had footage. There were some boxes that got damaged in shipping. So we included that because we were saying, well, look, the boxes were damaged, but the product is still in good shape because, you know, even though the boxes got damaged. But the person who we were working with said they wanted us to take the boxes out because they thought that it made MIKOLO look bad. So how do you, I know you guys have to protect your brand. How do you balance allowing creators to have freedom to make the video that we want to make, and at the same time making sure that we don't do something that's going to damage how people see MIKOLO?
Wow, that's a good question. Yeah, we totally respect the creative freedom firstly because their voice comes first always, and but different people they may interpret it in different ways. So there was a chance some might feel misled. Okay, so but we believe it's okay to share our perspective and suggestion with the creators. But honestly, input from our side, we will continue to fully honor the creators' vision and the creativity's independence. Yeah.
And I want to give you guys. Garage Gym Radio says they're excited for a strong booth from MIKOLO at Home Gym Con next year. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Home Gym Master says also excited for MIKOLO at Home Gym Con in 2026. And Carlos said, yeah, that was a shipping issue for sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing, man, this happens all the time. It's like almost a joke now that, certain companies, if they ship your product, they're going to damage it, like, because they don't care. They throw it. They don't care. We've had stuff delivered here where they just literally throw it off the truck. That's not your fault. And so whenever we see like the packages, or most people, if they know, if they've been in this home gym thing for a while, if a package shows up and it's got damage on the outside of the package, they know it's not like you're not at the factory breaking the box before you mail it to us. We know you don't do that. You know what I mean? So we don't blame the company. We blame the shipping carrier.
I agree. And meanwhile, I want to mention two things. If this kind of things happens, like we will continue to upgrade our package system, and even they have damages by the shipping company, and we will help our customers to change some parts if necessary. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So let's talk about, because we had a question about earlier and I want to go back to it. what is the best way? So you guys I said that you guys give the creators freedom. What is the best way for somebody if they're just starting out and they want to work with MIKOLO? So, like, for example, Kevin is in Japan. If Kevin wants to get MIKOLO products, and so he can talk about them on his YouTube channel, or I don't know, anybody here in the States, if they're just starting out, the Bar Gym Reviews, for example, he's got a fairly new YouTube channel. What's the best way for somebody to contact MIKOLO if they want to review your products?
Sorry, I didn't get it. Sorry.
What's the best way for a content creator to reach out to MIKOLO if they want to review products for you?
Firstly, like I said, we respect the content, but if they have different kind of ideas, and we can, we accept their, we accept and respect their ideas. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, if somebody wants to start working with you, how would they reach you? How do they connect with you? Should they reach out on Instagram? I mean, what do they? What's the best way?
They can send. Yeah, they can send me. They can send email to us and follow our Instagram and yeah, just send just leave a message. That's it. Or can send email.
Do you care which way? Like, do you rather them Instagram, or is it better to email? Which way do you prefer?
Yeah, both. You can send me email or Instagram. Yeah, Instagram, which is good. Yeah.
Okay, so Basement Gym Review says they've reached out through social media, but they have not gotten any feedback. Like, nobody has, I guess, answered. So he said, I've reached out through social media. Please point me in the right direction.
Okay, yeah, social media, point in the right direction. Okay, yeah. They can follow our Facebook group, like MIKOLO, Zoom, and this is our Facebook group. And they can follow MIKOLO Fitness by Instagram, and they can check our website, MIKOLO Home.
Okay.
Yeah, our website. This is called. Hold on for a second.
GymMikolo.com. Oh yeah.
GymMikolo.com.
All right. So I actually, I'm glad you brought up the Facebook group, because you guys just did. You just finished. Well, you're doing it right now. Talk to me about your 21-day refund program that you're doing through the Facebook group.
Oh, 21 refund, right?
Yeah. The challenge you're doing on Facebook.
Oh, that is a really exciting, program. We run a 21 days challenge, and we will help someone to, a solid workout routine, and to help the customers to make a fitness habit to stick in the long term. But 21 days, it seems like 1 month, right? Almost 1 month. Yeah, we have really good response for that. It's like hundreds of people participate to share their progress in our Facebook group. Yeah,
100 people. Oh wow!
Oh, no, so, hundreds of people. Hundreds
of people. Okay, so and all they have to do is they join the group, stick to the program for 21 days, and then you give them a refund on their purchase.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we will refund for that. But they have to stick stick 21 days, no gap, no rest, just 21 days. Continue training and send us videos, and after 21 days, and then we will refund all the money back.
So, how is this the first time that you guys have done that, or is this something you've done before?
Oh yes, it's first time. It's first try. But lately, we will continue online challenges, like online games.
Okay.
We set up another kind of activities, and people can follow the group and to continue to have that kind of a challenge. But it's online. It's online competition.
Okay, and all of it will be through the Facebook group. All of those challenges will be in Facebook. Okay. All right. So, all
Yeah.
right, that is the link right there. If you're watching and you want the link to join the Facebook group, it is in the video description, but this is it right there going across the bottom of the screen. You guys make sure you join the group. It's MIKOLO Fitness Zone, and you guys can then jump into all those challenges. I think the 21-day challenge, the window to register for it is already closed, but they're going to have more challenges down the road too, as Fan just said.
Yeah.
And okay, so Carlos also said that he wants to do work with you guys. He's been writing reviews for years, and of course he did the review of the Anubis. So I'll tell him. So yeah, basically he just needs to send you guys an email. All right. Something I want to commend you guys on, and I gotta say it now because a lot of people don't understand that this is a big deal, but you guys, when somebody posts a video, or when I post a video, I always ask a brand, if I post a video about your product, I ask the brand to answer the question. Like when people ask questions, because you know the answer and I don't know the answer sometimes, right? I would say that MIKOLO, whoever you have who's working on your YouTube, that person is one of the most engaged. They do a very good job of answering questions and comments and everything else. And I just think there's not even a question in this. I'm not asking a question. I'm just telling you that I'm really impressed by how much time you guys are spending talking to customers on YouTube and on social media. And I think that that's one of the reasons why people are so excited about your products. And I'm just saying, keep it up, because I think that you're doing a good job with that. Let's see here. What do you guys have coming up? We already talked about one thing that's going to be on sale for Black Friday. That's your leg extension. What are some of the other Black Friday sales that you have coming up?
Lots of, yeah, just to follow the website. Yeah, just to check our website, where we have a lot of new stuff, and always like M4, like Anubis, the Anubis we have some promotions. Yeah, just to follow our website. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have a newsletter?
Yeah, we have newsletter.
And they can sign up for the newsletter on the website to see the sales and all?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So I'll put that in here. Talk to me about your YouTube channel. What kind of stuff do you guys put on YouTube? Like, do you put assembly videos? Like, what do you put on the MIKOLO YouTube channel?
You mean what else? You mean what kind of things we put it on a YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah, like I know what you so you guys have a lot of your products are on like content creators channels. So like you have your stuff is on my channel, your stuff is on Kinzi's channel, your stuff is on other people's channels. Your stuff is definitely on Vern on Usawa Fitness' channel. Okay, but MIKOLO has a YouTube channel. What is on your channel? What do you guys put on there? What's different about your channel?
Yeah. Our channel is I would say that it's overall. We will include everything. We will try to include all the content, all the content, including the test and assembly and some broadcasting. Something like that. We will try to. We will try to make our YouTube channel more interesting. So in future, we will look like we will send some like a coaching program, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And some online or offline competition. Just like CrossFit, it's similar like a CrossFit, but it's different ways. So we were recording some every individuals, every athletes, how they're training one day, how they recover one day, and we're recording some normal life, something like this, and more stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So I only have one more question, and it's more of I want you to take some time and just let people understand about MIKOLO, right? I told you at the beginning that we had people who have told me that they don't have confidence in your brand. I'm gonna give you the single shot on the screen. I want you to tell people who are watching why if they're looking for home gym equipment, why they should choose MIKOLO. Okay.
Wow, it's a great question. Yeah, I will, for example, I'm going to tell you the truth. One thing is why I'm joining to MIKOLO. I used to be a CrossFit athlete. I've been getting involved CrossFit for 10 years. I was a swimmer. But why I joined to MIKOLO is because this company, I do some research and do some, research, Google or something like that. I found this company is a really good company. Why? Because this company is focused on the product. They are focused on the product, and they were looking and eager to get feedback from customers. Okay, and they will give a really quick response from the customers. So this company is purify focus on the product, and they do, and they can make things happen. This is why I joined to MIKOLO. And MIKOLO every day. Why I joined to MIKOLO? I could say that is most of this all the team members are working together and have more passion, more creativities, and really more quick response from customers. This is why I choose join to MIKOLO. Yeah, this is why I'm joining to MIKOLO. So I hope customers, I hope everyone, and after 2026, we have a really good show on the 2026 Home Gym Comp. We want to show our customers is that we are not like a ghost brand, like Amazon company can disappear in one day. We are not doing that. We just want to come show off, and to have a really nice friendly talking to our fans, to our customers, and we would like to eager to get them feedback and feedback and making good quality product.
All right. So Joey, what's up, Joey? Shout out to Joey Echeverria. He says, good morning, John. Charlie. Charlie says, he said, it seems like MIKOLO is about being better and better through innovation and quality. I agree. Actually, here's another question. I know I told you that was the last question, but now I thought of another question. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No problem, man.
What did you guys went to Home Gym Con? What did you learn from going to Home Gym Con? I know you weren't there, but I mean, just in general, what did MIKOLO learn from going to Home Gym Con and meeting the people there?
This year Home Gym Con, I didn't be there.
Right.
I joined this I'll be honest, I joined this company from this year August. Sorry, I joined this company in August. Yeah, but I do know some Finnish expectation like Ursa show. Ursa show is more commercial. But Home Gym Con, I've been checked some of videos and the photos from team members. This show, I think Home Gym Con is really good for home gym users.
Right.
And people can have a talk, can exchange ideas. And next year I will stay with the MIKOLO team and go to the Home Gym Con.
All right, you're going to be at Home Gym Con. You just promised you're going to be at Home Gym Con. Everybody heard you.
Yeah. Yeah. I love all the guys give me some feedback. Just give me some feedback. Give some ideas. I want to make our product perfectly. Yeah.
Awesome, man. I really appreciate you being on here. I know it took some time to get this worked out. We had the schedule and stuff that's always going on, but I really appreciate you being here. if there's anything that you want to share before I let you go with the audience, go ahead. And if not, all I can say is shisha.
Oh, no problem. Okay, you speak a good Chinese, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I told you I practiced your name. So your name is Zhou Fangshao?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
call me Fan, which is good. Yeah, just call me
Fan.
Yeah.
So it's Fan,
Yeah.
not. So the reason why I said I pronounced it, this has nothing to do with anything, but the reason why I pronounced it Fan is because I took martial arts, and so
Yeah.
I took Zhong Fan Kung Fu, right? And so I was like, because it's Zhong Fan Kung Fu is started by Li Zhongfang, Bruce Lee, right? So Bruce Lee's name is Li Zhongfang. So I thought your name was Fan because his name is Li Zhongfang, but it's Fan. Your name is Fan.
Yeah, yes, Fan.
Okay.
Yeah, Fan. Yeah,
Fan. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm making it. All right. Nice. All right. So now that we've talked about the little Chinese I know, now I can tell you thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming. And man, you are welcome to come back anytime. I appreciate the opportunity to work with MIKOLO. And thank you. I appreciate that you guys are working hard to connect with our community and provide a better and better product for us. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, John, for being here, and thanks all the fans, all the viewers give our good question and a good feedback. And I would love to, ask to answer more questions. Just give me more feedback. I will welcome anytime. Yeah, and everyone can send me email and masterfan@gmail.com. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. You have a good day.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so that was Fan from MIKOLO. Been working on that interview for a long time, trying to get somebody from the company on, and you guys see that he joined the company in August, and he was willing to come on here. So I really appreciate him coming on. Let me scroll back and make sure I didn't miss anything, because I saw that you guys were throwing out some. So in fairness, some of the comments that were in the comment section where y'all talking to each other. Okay, so I'm trying to dig through the comments that are actually questions for Fan and some of the and what are just y'all talking to each other. But I appreciate everybody who's here. Let me see before I let y'all go. Let's make sure I don't make up stuff, because I think, yeah, okay, all right. So next week we're going to have a completely different show. So the normal format is, you guys know, I come in here, we start at 6, I talk to you guys, we do news and other things, we do Recliner of Rage, and then we bring on our guests. Normally our first guest is normally at 7 a.m. Eastern time, right? 6 a.m. Central. And then we have one guest, and then the next guest comes on at 8, and it goes from 8 until 9. And that's when the show ends. Next week's not going to be like that. So next week's Black Friday. And first of all, I realize that a lot of you guys it's going to take something special to get you out of bed. And some of y'all might not even get out of bed. You might be watching on your phone from the couch or asleep or something, whatever, right? If you have a late night, go ahead, still tune into the show. And if you got to put the phone down and just go to sleep with the phone, just with the show on, go ahead and do that. You can always catch back up on the replay, but still tune into the show. All right. But no, seriously, I prefer if you guys watch. And the reason why I say I prefer for you guys to watch is because we're going to do something special. I've reached out to multiple brands, and they've agreed to be here on Black Friday. All right. You understand how big a deal that is for them to take time on Black Friday to come do the show. So I want to make sure we have a good representation in the audience. So starting on Black Friday, starting at 6:30, at 6:30, we're gonna have GetRx. Dave from GetRx is going to be joining the show, and he's going to be talking about their Black Friday deals. Then at 7, we're going to have Matt Balianu from RitFit, and he's going to talk about their Black Friday deals. You guys will be able to ask questions, but for the sake of time, try to limit it to questions about the Black Friday deals if possible, okay? At 7:30, we're going to have Kat from Bells of Steel, and she's going to talk about the Black Friday deals from Bells of Steel. At 8, we have Mike Carlson from Anchor, and he's going to talk about, that's right, the Black Friday deals from Anchor. Then at 8:30, we've got Justin Kleckner from PRX Performance. He's going to come on. He's going to talk about the Black Friday deals from PRX Performance. And then at 9, we're going to have Carlos from Synergy Custom Fitness. They're going to come on and talk about their Black Friday deals. So basically, it's going to be just 30-minute interviews, and the companies are going to focus on letting you guys know about the savings they have available for the Black Friday weekend. So although you can be in the replay gang that day, understand that in some cases, some of these deals are going to be while supplies last. So it's to your advantage to find out about them as early as possible before they sell out. Okay, so it's definitely to your advantage to show up, watch the show. We are still starting at 6 a.m. I'm still going to do Recliner or Rage. I have no idea what I'm going to crash out about because I don't pre-plan this stuff. Stuff just happens to me. But everything's going to get pushed forward a little bit. So we're not going to have as much, just the news segment is going to be shorter because essentially the entire show is telling you about sales. All right. So I hope that makes sense. Carlos has already said that. Charlie is throwing me off. Carlos has already said he'll be here. So I'm looking forward to seeing him and all of you guys next week. Like I said, it's going to be a special show. Shout out to my guy Fan for being here. Shout out to my lovely wife Naomi for being here and making the show a success. And shout out to all of you guys who watched it, who came, jumped in the comments, and watched the show. All right. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Oh, and tomorrow. All right, because I threw Carlos off. That's right. I'm glad I remembered. Tomorrow, if you guys are interested in checking out some powerlifting action, we are going to be live streaming right here on our channel the USPC Shack Showdown. We'd love to see you guys showing up, be in the live chat. I always get motivated when I watch powerlifting because you're seeing people push themselves to the limit. It's going to be 2 days of powerlifting action. Tomorrow, we're live streaming all of the amateurs, and then the pro female lifters are going to be lifting tomorrow. And then Sunday is going to be the pro male lifters. All right. So you got 2 days of powerlifting action right here on the Garage Gym Life Media YouTube channel, giving you guys something to watch and to motivate you to continue, to chase your goals in your home gym. And the action starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah. Lifting starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So the stream is going to start about 8:45 in the morning tomorrow, and same thing on Sunday. All right. So see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you you jump in the comments and let me know that you're watching so we can keep the conversation going. All right. Till then, keep stacking days. Peace out.